Alrighty, guys. Why don't we go ahead and recap from last week? You want to take the floor, Black, as is your usual thing?
Yeah, I got it.
Let's do it.
Uh, just making. Okay, so after we descended down, we find ourselves in this very, very narrow corridor. It's kind. It's like nothing just really special about it, but there was like this dead body, like there in the middle. And as the cat folk rogue is like an odd impulse, he kind of had to. He went out to try and loot the body.
Wait, you're a cat?
Shh, shut up. My hat of disguise allows me to look like a normal human, like an average human. So he goes up to kind of like loot the body, ignoring the fact that there's so many spider webs around it. And next thing I know, bam, swarm of spiders starts jumping on me, biting me. I get poisoned. It kind of sucked. But whatever, I fall back, and thanks to the wizard boy, just dropping a fire spell, just blowing up all those damn spiders. It's kind of like I just walked away to the door, thinking to myself, I just want to end this. Let's go to the next room. I'm done with this room. And it totally ignore and forget about the body as I start doing my whole little bit with unlocking the door. After I unlock it, I get pricked with something and I'm poisoned again. The fuck? So, who cares? Whatever. We're just moving along. And now we come to this room, the next room. Nothing really special about it with the tables, the chairs. Oh, wait, that's right. All the walls are covered with eyeballs. All the eyeballs looking at us. And, you know, normally I'm the curious cat. However, Monk Boy Shiro over here decided to poke one of the eyeballs. And apparently it bursted and bits of scrap wood or whatever popped out and pricked him. Don't know whether they cause any like permanent damage of like anything long term. I'm hoping for Shiro's sake it's not so much. And good thing he did that. Because I was about to touch one. Whatever. Everything worked out fine. So I'll go to the next door, making sure to look at the door that I don't get pricked with anything else. Fortunately, nothing else was there. That we go to this little door over here to the left. And what do we see? We see a pool of water, and we see like a 3 feet pool of water, and then we see this chest over here at the side. Thinking, great, look at that. That seems simple. Let me just go loot this chest. Unfortunately, in the pool of water, two water elementals pop out. Yeah, that wasn't so great. So then they start attacking us, and Wizard Boy got knocked out. And the thing about it is, I don't know how on earth a monk who uses his fist and a catfolk rogue who uses his claws managed to kill two water elementals. You would think that the damage would just go right through, like nothing would happen. Whatever, we killed him. It's great. So as Monk Boy was slapping around, the Wizard Boy cashed it in to wake him up. Of course, as the catfolk, as the rogue, I'm going up to the chest. I'm like, fuck, he's fine. Wizard Boy's fine. Trying to unlock it. Unfortunately, there's a combination on it that I have to try and figure out. I know nothing about it, and it's like either do 11111, 1112, 1113, or just try to do this whole little every single combination known. That Wizard Boy gets back up. He notices something about the chest. Says, "Hey, try this number." So gave the number a try. Oh, look at that! Now we got a chest full of with vials of alchemy, fire, and oil. Great. This could have been very, very helpful, like, 5, 10 minutes ago. Whatever. Was getting a little ticked off by this place, as I'm pretty sure the others were as well. So we go to the next. We go back to the eyeball room. Then we go, as apparently Monk Boy was a little paranoid. He swore he saw something unusual in the room. It's like, just stop being paranoid, Elf Boy. So then we go up to the next door and unlock it, checking the whole pathway for traps. I mean, it's a long hallway. God knows that there's like 5 traps there. But nothing happened. Great, good to know. So we get to this next room. There's another dead body. Great. Oh, did I mention to say in that pool in the room previously that there was also another dead body? It was a halfling. I'm not so mad about that. Halflings, who cares about them? But this other person, it was a human, I would imagine. Oh, okay, we gotta feel bad about that because it's a human. So we were going up to try look at it, but the room is covered with dust. Like you could make a step and it just flowers just flies up in the air. So then as we're
Did you say
trying to
flower?
was it flower or dust? It was
It was
dust.
definitely dust.
Whatever. Flour, dust, they all get annoying. So we go to try to look at the body.
You're not baking a cake. They're trying to murder you. Two different things.
Hey, they could kill us through deliciousness, okay?
I mean, you were already poisoned twice, so I mean.
Yeah, you know what? Let's not talk about that. Let's talk about how out of nowhere these dust sprites, where the fuck, come out, and now they're attacking us. Like, come on. What was it, like 3, 4? And they all try to attack us with dust attacks. What the heck is that? Like, you know what? I feel bad for the Avenger who was right there, who died. Because who knows? He could have been a guy who was a part of a group that killed a dragon. But instead of dying in glorious battle of a dragon, he dies in a room filled with dust. Come on. That he gotta feel horrible about. So after we killed him, because the wizard boy with another fireball spell, thank God for those fireballs, cleared the room out, and we found a chest that was apparently behind these barrels in a corner. And I'm pretty sure nothing useful was there. If it was probably got torched by the fireball spell. So then we move on to the next room. Apparently there's these like portraits or paintings on the wall. It's like really looking nice, really interesting. Apparently though, they were the layers of hell, which yeah, that's not cool. So as we're going by, we're going up to the door. I'm going to do my thing, unlocking it, and being very cautious not to set any traps off. But unfortunately, some demons come out of the portraits anyways, and it's like, oh, well, that's what I was trying to avoid. Guess that didn't work. And scene. I think that covered it. What about you guys?
I think that more than covered it. Thank you.
Sounds
All right.
good to me. So yeah, the very last thing. What the hell was that? So the very last thing we had was you guys walked into this room, and these quasites came out of the paintings, and they said something, but I don't remember if anybody could understand that they spoke Abyssal.
Yeah, I speak Abyssal. You said they said something that they were on repeat about. I don't remember exactly what it was.
They were repeating more or less over and over again.
It was intruders, wasn't it?
There's something about their master.
Intruders are here to steal from the master. The intruders must die. And then they looked very aggressive to attack you guys.
So if me and Blac both remember like half of what we're supposed to, we got this.
So we rolled for initiative, and then we had to cut it off. So we are going to just go ahead and start at the top of the order. Before we do that, did anybody have any questions or anything, or need to clarify anything before we move on?
Yeah, can I have an extra level before this fight?
Right?
Let me think about that while I'm murdering you with demons, and then we'll go from there.
Okay, sounds good.
Okay. So 17 is this blue one, and I need all three of you just to roll me a 20-sider. And the low die loses.
Ooh, I'm confident.
All right, Blac. This one turns and stares into your soul.
Oh, shit.
And you need to make me a wisdom saving throw as he's trying to cast Scare on you. He's trying to terrify you.
Oh, I forgot about that spell.
Here, you can't.
Oh, I don't know if it's a spell. It's an ability. I don't know. I don't know if it's a spell for you. It's an ability for them.
I think it's Frighten as a spell.
I don't remember. Oh, wow. Yep. 6 is not going to do it. So he turns and he's speaking Abyssal, and you don't understand the language, and it's like kind of boring into your brain that these are just very unnatural creatures. And so you are now frightened for a minute. And let me double check what Frighten does. A frightened creature has disadvantage on ability checks and attack rolls while the source of its fear is within line of sight. this creature cannot willingly move closer to that source of its fear. So you're at disadvantage on everything but skill checks for a minute, and you can make wisdom saves at the end of each of your turns to try to be non-frightened. So he's going to scare the crap out of you, and then it's going to be your turn.
You gonna quiver in your little booties?
Oh, well, that's a bad start. Okay,
Yeah, you rolled a 6. Usually bad things happen when that happens.
yeah, I know. Well, I can't just get lucky. Maybe it's like a very easy check, but whatever. Okay, so, I am going to try and stab this little demon over here.
Traitors must die.
No, let's not talk about that.
Remember the
And I'm
Titans?
just gonna use. Damn it.
Okay, so what you doing? You're attacking the green one, I presume?
19.
No, 19. Yeah, that would hit.
And the damage is. So 18 altogether.
Points. All right, you fucking cut him into 2 halves, and he drops to the floor, and disappears into like ash and cloud, and it kind of just dissipates.
Does that give me a like morality boost? Just be all like, oh, they're not so hard as I thought they would be.
Sure. yeah, sure. You can make your check at regular instead of disadvantage then.
Woo!
You're frightened. You can't move really because you can't willingly move closer to the blue guy. So unless you want to do something creative with the rest of your turn, you can just.
I'm gonna try and unlock the door real fast. Like, try to get the fuck away from this thing.
Oh, okay. Let me. Yeah, you can either attempt to unlock the door or to like investigate the door.
Okay. To be fair, even though I just killed that one demon, that I'm pretty sure Cliff is still like a little bit of like, what the fuck is this thing doing to me? It's like saying some things. I'm afraid. I
Yeah.
need to get the fuck out of here. And he wouldn't be thinking about that so much. He's just probably like in fear, trying to get away from this demon the best that he could. To be fair.
Okay, so you're to get away from the demon, you're gonna go into the room. That
Yeah, gonna try.
makes sense.
Well, I want to see if the door's unlocked.
If
I gotta
you
see if the
got-
door's unlocked.
So yeah, I mean, how are you doing that?
Well, after I stab the demon with my one claw, I'm gonna be reaching back with my other hand and see if I'll try to unlock it, or try to like check if it's locked. You know what I mean? Like see the handles like not budging. If
Okay,
it's
so
locked,
you're just
you know?
gonna go like grab the handle and kind of turn it.
Yeah.
Okay. In that case, let me pull this back up. Because doors are bad in this dungeon.
In that case, you open the door and a fireball comes in and roasts
So
everything in the room.
you twist the handle. You remember that pinprick you got like a couple
Yeah.
rounds ago? Yeah, you feel that again.
God dang it! Well, I'm
You
already
feel that
poisoned. I don't
same
think I forgot over
sensation.
that.
So you are going to take 2d10 plus 1.
2d10 plus 1?
13 points of damage,
Oh my god!
and I
Okay.
need a Constitution saving throw.
Well, he's still poisoned from before.
Yeah, I'm still poisoned from before.
From
Unless
which
it makes me double poisoned.
From the other prick.
From the eyeball room.
Didn't you guys rest at some point?
Oh, we did.
Yeah.
Oh,
so
after I got
it
down.
only,
That's
it only
right.
lasts for an hour. You got down. You guys definitely short rested,
Oh, okay. That's fine. We got over that because of that. Okay, I got it.
and I need another con save.
So just roll a good con save. Just do it. Right meow.
We're
Do it
level
right
one.
now, kitty person.
There you
We're
go.
one.
Nice.
That is just enough. Well, it's more than just enough.
Was
So
it
you are
like I'm
not-
so used to poison now that it's like, whatever.
Yeah, it's already in your system, so this one feels diluted. Um, You're bleeding from your hand. It kind of hurts like a bitch, but you do not feel woozy or queasy as you did the last time something in a door stabbed you in your hand. All right, now you can make me your frightened save. So I need a wisdom save.
14.
And 14 is good enough. So you are no longer frightened.
Woo!
All right, Ninja Boy.
All right. So
You got two demons next to you.
seeing that this dude did something, obviously, to Catboy here.
Yeah. He definitely did. These demons?
Punch him.
Yeah, they're demons.
Punch in the face.
Just gonna punch it
in
in the face.
Oh, 21. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
And you snap its neck.
Oh.
Alright. I'll turn to the other one next to him, then bitch slap this one.
And you bitch slap it into unconsciousness.
Oh, I didn't get to kill anything.
Wait, unconscious? That means it's still stable? Like it's still in form?
Oh no, it disappears.
That's what I was wondering. Okay.
Yeah. So that one like stares at Cliff, right? And then you get like really scared, and you're like, oh shit, and you just kind of reach out, like almost unconsciously, and kind of claw one totally in half. And as it like falls to the ground, it like turns to ash and dissipates into the air. And then you reach back and you get your hand stung. And while you're getting your hand stung, Shear's like, fuck this, and he like fist palms with the palm of his fist like right in, like it's in its nose, like pushes his nose up into its brain, and it just goes and it fucking explodes into oblivion. And then he like roundhouse kicks the next one and snaps its neck on the roundhouse kick, and it poofs into oblivion as well.
Really?
That was easy. A lot easier than what I expected.
Yeah, Quasites aren't really that powerful.
I'm just gonna scratch behind Cliff's ear and be like, "Hey, you okay there, little buddy?"
I'm just gonna like put my hand gesture. It's like, rare. Like, get away from me. Don't touch me.
Makes it weirder
I'm
because he's
still
still
a
in
human
human form.
I'm still in a human form. It's hysterical. I'm in human form doing the claw, and this is what's hilarious about all this.
Alright, so
I'm gonna check the door, as whatever these guys will do. It's like, whatever, getting out of here. Is the door locked? So I'll open the door.
I mean,
So
it is definitely locked.
Oh, then I want to unlock
You didn't get pricked again, but you didn't open the door.
Yeah, okay, then I'm gonna start unlocking it.
All right, I need a dexterity from you.
Okay.
I love the fact that every door that we haven't checked for traps is the ones that you've been getting hit with.
Right? So ridiculous.
Oh, one.
Hoping the 17 doesn't like cause like a booby trap. Like, god damn.
I apologize. I'm writing something down. I'm sorry, guys.
Oh, we're gonna die. That's what he's writing
Yep,
down.
you're going to die. I'm writing down the order of your deaths. 17 is good, so you're able to pick the lock.
Alright, well, I'm gonna try and using like to inspect as I open the door. Like, I want to look, peek through, because I know I got pricked by something. This happened already before. And I'm like, god dang, what is here?
Okay,
I'm gonna
so
slowly open as I peek inside.
So while you're opening the door, you want to investigate for door traps? Is that what you're asking? Basically?
Yes.
Okay, investigation then. While you were opening the door.
Okay,
The
let's see what I got.
The door.
I don't know.
You think you see a wire trap, but you wouldn't have avoided it in time. So like you start to open the door and you're like, oh shit, there's a wire, and you think you clip it, and so you just like close your eye and you're like holding onto the door, and then you like you're all clenched up, ready for like an explosion. And you kind of like open one eye and look, and then after a second you go, okay, there wasn't a trap, and then you open the whole door.
And then it explodes.
Ooh.
And then you blow up.
What the heck is this?
Alchemy lab.
Several shelves run all around the walls of this very untidy room, and there are a pair of strong wooden benches on the floor. Apparently, I didn't put those in there. All of the available shelf and bench space is crammed full of typical alchemical equipment, such as, but not limited to, bowls and funnels and flasks, alembics, mortars and pestles, small tiny furnaces, many containers of ingredients. The air also smells strongly of sulfur and dust.
Okay.
And who was the first in the room? Blac?
Yeah.
Give me a D4. Just roll a D4 for me.
Oh, jeez. Okay.
Okay.
By the end of this dungeon, you are not going to want to go into any room.
No, I'm not. But here's the rogue. This kind of like my deal to open doors. What's a rogue for if they don't open doors that's locked?
Well, technically, they're supposed to pick the locks. They don't necessarily have to go in first.
I'm pretty sure you did a couple of times with your rogue.
Oh, yeah, because I was cooler than you.
Okay, guys. So, anyways, so I'm gonna walk through this room. I want to investigate how, like, when was the last time someone was in here? Like, I want
It's
to get
been
an
some
idea
time.
of how dusty.
It appears just as abandoned as the rest of this place.
Okay. Is there any shiny gems?
Make a perception. If you're in the room, you can make a perception roll for me. You want to look for something.
I mean,
Hey, there's shiny gems. I mean, nope. I don't know. None's shiny.
You don't see anything in particular that catches your eye. Most of the stuff you have no idea what it is. There's typical. It's just alchemy equipment and apparently a skeleton on a thing. Wood thing.
can I look around to see if I can actually harvest / keep any of this stuff for future alchemical uses?
That would be an investigation.
Okay. Oh, these rolls are wonderful tonight.
Yeah, let's get them out of the way while
You
we
don't
can.
see anything that you would deem as salvageable. Most of this stuff was like expired. I know that's not the right term for some of this stuff, but it's of no use to you anymore.
It's not fresh.
It would be detrimental to whatever you were trying to put together to put these ingredients in it.
All right.
Their potency has faded.
So secondary, is there anything that's still around that has value to maybe somebody that can restore its quality?
Another investigation roll.
There we go.
Ooh.
24. That's way better. There's some some of the rarer stuff. You might still be worth something to someone, but certainly not near as much as it would be fresh. Like there's some like wolfsbane and nightshade. We'll say that there's like a small vial of each of those that is salvageable to the point where you think you could get a little bit of coin for it, but nowhere near what it would normally be worth.
Okay.
So take a vial of wolfsbane and a vial of what did I say? Nightshade.
So do you want me to put expired on those so we know?
Yeah.
Okay.
If you would, please.
Sure.
And
Just for your
then
knowledge.
I need the people who are in the room to roll me 20-siders, and the low guy loses.
Okay.
Well, first of all,
Oh, all right. Well, you credit.
before we do this, where were these vials so I'm in the right spot?
Yeah, I was gonna just put you along the wall here.
Oh, okay.
In essence, it don't matter, but I'm gonna stick you over there.
Okay.
And if Shira's gonna be in the room, we can add you to the 20 list as well.
All right.
All right, sure it is. So Shiro, as you walk into the room, you guys hear a little bit of a rattling, and one of the bottles that's on the shelving unit over here flies off the shelf and is heading straight toward your head. So I need you to make me a dexterity saving throw, and just roll a flat 10-sider. Separate.
Can I be able to attempt to catch it?
Yeah, I suppose you could do that. You would be wasting your reaction to do that.
That's fine. I want to try to catch the bottle.
Okay,
So what is that? Dex?
sure. You could make a dex save, or well, yeah, it wouldn't really be sleight of hand. You could make dex.
Oh damn.
All right. So you get your hand in the way. It is thrown with an incredible velocity, however, so it's totally going to explode all over your hand. And
Ah.
I need you to roll me a straight 10-sider. So you save
Thanks,
Shiro
buddy.
from taking damage. Good job.
He thinks he's the tank.
2. All right.
I'm still not playing like a rogue should.
Uh,
Heals you for.
okay, so
No.
basically, this small vial or flask, and you reach out to catch it, and like you put your hand on it, but it like explodes in your hand and like shatters, and your arm kind of starts to light on fire. Oh no, wait, that's the wrong thing.
Oh.
Sorry. Time out. Scratch that. Reverse it. That's not what happened. I read the wrong thing. I'm sorry.
Oh dear God.
It explodes in your hand just as it did, but it's like a noxious gas kind of like plumes out of it and around you, and you are going to take 2d4 poison damage, and you need to make me a Constitution saving throw.
So you got the 2d4, right? And I'll just do the cons. Yeah.
So take 7 points of poison damage. And what was the con? 12. And you are now poisoned again.
Oh my God.
This poison's
I was
a
already
little
poisoned.
stronger.
Yeah, you're double poisoned. Oh yeah,
Oh,
you're
no,
rolling at disadvantage for all this crap too. And I need Shiro, since you're next to him, you're getting enveloped in the cloud as well. So I need you to also make me a con save.
Con save.
Now,
Just kinda
technically, I feel like technically I would have got hit by that smoke cloud.
Oh,
anyway
man,
to
that's so
hit
bad.
Zero, so
No, yeah, I'm definitely.
So
hit.
you are poisoned for. What does it say?
We take.
Oh, you are poisoned for a round since you're nearby it.
oh, I would have taken that at least.
So you're
but-
poisoned for the next 10 seconds.
So I want to like instantly see if I can figure out why that came flying off the shelf. Perception.
What kind of roll do you want? A
I don't
perception
know.
would make sense.
What
Yeah,
are-
let me roll a
Because
perception.
I'm thinking somebody's invisible in here, and maybe.
Well, you could make me perception, or you could make me arcana.
Wow,
I
that
think
works.
it's magic in relation. Okay, 21's good. So you hear that, and you're kind of looking around, and you're like looking more closely on like the shelving unit that you're next to. And why is my mouse doing that? The shelving unit right next to you, and you see an alembic. Is that how you pronounce it? Alembic.
Yes.
Alembic.
Limbic, yeah.
You see an alembic on one of the shelves, has a faint green mist in it that's kind of glowing a little bit, and it's putting off a huge amount of magical energy, like at least as much as a person. If we want to go back to some terrible memories of you guys, it kind of looks like the flame skull without the skull part. It's just, it's just kind of like mist and fire and glowing colors.
memories.
Can I do an arcana on it to see if I can distinguish what it is?
Absolutely. Roll me Arcana. It kind of you wouldn't really know the magic per se, but your best guess is this kind of like a botched Horcrux, if we can pull some Harry Potter references. It's- You think it might be the soul or spirit of a magician in there,
Okay.
and you're gonna need to make the next save, because as soon as he sees that you're looking at him, he's gonna throw something at you now. So make me a dexterity save
Okay.
as another
Separate.
bottle comes flying off the wall And 14 is just not good enough. Roll me a 10-sider.
Oh, Jesus.
If you get a 2, roll again.
How the hell does a 14 not good enough?
Because that's not high enough to save.
I think you're full of shit.
He's
6.
making some damage.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Ooh, you're not gonna like this.
Oh.
All right.
I'm gonna cast my shield and deflect it away.
What's your shield do?
I don't know. It adds 5 to my AC, but I feel like RP wise, if it's gonna do the same thing, I could add 5 to my dex roll.
Let's pull up the shield and let's read it. Let's read how it
sure.
works. Like its description.
I forgot about that, Shiro. I wasn't even thinking about it. I was like trying to be nice,
An
trying to catch
invisible
it for
barrier of
you.
magical force appears and protects you.
I did catch it, by the way.
Turn, you have bonus to
Some
AC.
shenanigans, it bursted.
Take no damage from magic missile.
So I think that if I see it come flying at me and I have a second to react, instead of trying to dodge it, I'm just gonna like shield myself and protect any like physical objects coming at me.
Okay. I like that, so we're gonna go and let it happen. So this bottle comes at you, and you don't have enough time to physically duck, but at the last second, you throw up your hand, and your shield goes around you. So this vial or flask hits you in the chest, and you like feel the force of it, but doesn't really happen, and it shatters in a shower of sparks and flame that totally engulf you, and then it kind of puddles in the floor all around you, and it is on fire around you.
So I have a ring of fiery, sparky acid stuff around me.
Well, around like your feet. It's totally like pulling on your feet.
Okay.
So that shield spell only lasts for a round.
Yes.
So at some point it's going to disappear and all that stuff is going to come up onto your feet. So if you want to move, make me a dex save, and I'll let you step over it before.
Nope, I stepped right in it.
So you stepped right in it as your shield spell.
I actually
so
splashed in it.
So you're not going to get the full damage of when it would have hit you.
Okay.
But you're going to take 3 points of fire damage as it kind of burns your feet as you step away from it.
Okay. So I'm gonna like dart around the room and see if I see any other vials that are glowing like this.
Now that you know what you're looking for, just looking around, you don't see any vials that are. Well, maybe. Let me see what this one is. No, nothing like that. There's no
Okay.
other glowing green vials that might be a sorcerer.
Okay. I'm gonna announce to the party and be like, "These vials are possessed." And I'm gonna be like, "We should exit this room."
All right, and then another one goes flying. D20 roll from everyone. Low guy loses. Because I'm gonna have you guys instead of me rolling for your demise, I'm gonna let you guys do it.
So can we be rolling this as we're leaving the room?
Yes.
So as is appropriate, since you told everybody else to get out, they're able to bust out of the room, and as you're about to leave the door, you get struck in the back by one.
Oh, damn it.
And because you crit failed, you don't get a dex
Yeah,
save.
that's what I'm thinking. I'm not.
I need a 10-sider to find out which kind of vial it is. 9. 1d10, fucker. 6,
It
7,
makes a
8,
rhino
9.
or a bull and attacks you.
Okay. Unfortunately for you, it is the same kind of vial that just struck you. So you're struck in the back, and your entire back is now covered in fire. And you are going to take 5 points of fire damage.
Oh, that's not so bad.
Except for if it is what I think it is bad.
And kind of as you leave the room, your robes and your back are still on fire.
Yeah, that's what I thought
So
it was.
you need to act quickly, or you're going to take
All
continuous fire
right,
damage.
so I'm gonna take my robes off and like beat them off the ground to see if I can get rid of the fire.
Okay. That's fine. I'll let you do that. Just kind of like slamming it into the ground and stuff.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say because it's a liquid that's burning, some of it is going to splash around and stuff. So you're gonna take while you're putting it out, you're gonna take another round worth of damage while you're trying to put out the fire
Like
from splashing.
full damage? Oh, okay.
So you'll take another 4
Jesus,
points.
would you stop maxing out?
That is at least the third die I've maxed out tonight already. The third
Alright.
four-sider.
And now you've just done irritated the shit out of me, so I'm just gonna throw a fireball into this room right in the middle, and it's gonna blow everything up.
It probably will blow everything up.
So, do I need to roll anything, or do I just...
Well, it depends on where you're gonna be when you cast the fireball, I suppose.
Well, it's not gonna bother me, and those two are gonna be too far away. And
What
I'm
do you
gonna
mean by it's not gonna bother you? I don't follow.
Well,
that.
I'm gonna protect myself.
Oh yeah, from the fireball,
Yeah.
but
So
maybe not from subsequent explosions.
I mean, I'm
I'm
outside of the
giving you
room
out
right
here.
now. Can anything really hit me from inside the room?
I'm giving you it out here. You should take it. There's more bottles.
I mean, I'm just gonna tell them to take a step back. And then
As soon as he says that, I'm not like, yep, go for it. Do whatever you gotta do.
I will take
Burn
one
that
step
room
back.
down.
Any explosions should not hurt me at this point.
Alright.
And I'm gonna cast it right in the middle of the room, and that'll hit everywhere in the room.
All right, so that fucking destroys everything that's not genuinely magical.
I'm
I
gonna
don't know how to
tap
do
your
the
shoulder.
I don't know how to do the fire thing, and I wish I knew how to do the fire thing. So that goes off, and you guys see it go in, and you hear especially in this like condensed stone hallway, it is a massive echoing explosion. It's incredibly loud. There is more shit going on than just your fireball hitting. There's all kinds of alchemical ingredients. There's all kinds of vials and shit that exploded. There might be some pretty volatile shit that you just blew up. From the noise, I'm gonna ask you guys to all make me. Let's do Constitution saves. And I think Blac, I think you're still poisoned, so I think you're at disadvantage here.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh, I gotta do con save.
Yep, con save from everybody. 19's good, 22's good. 4 is not good.
Yeah.
All right, so you're not gonna take any damage, but you are deafened for the next minute from the sound of all that shit going off in this closed hallway. You literally just can't hear for a minute.
It's like, oh, guys, is everyone okay? As I'm looking to everybody, it's like I hear nothing but a ring. I just look around. It's all like, what's going on? Is
Yeah, you
everything
hear this.
alright?
You hear this like 19th century bell tone, telephone ring in your ear, even though you would have no idea what that is. Your character would. But that's what you hear. You hear.
All right. So, is there smoke? Oh, I'm assuming there's smoke coming from this room.
Where there's smoke, there's fire.
Um,
Oh yeah, there's all kinds of shit. This stuff's gonna be burning for a decent amount of time, so you're not gonna
Okay.
be able to go in there for a little bit unless you enhance that in some way or change that like with magic somehow. Or if you find a fire hose somehow, you could do. I guess that would also help.
I shoot a chromatic orb of water into the room. Actually, I don't think water is an option.
I mean, ice would
Oh,
be.
yeah.
If you want to waste all your first level spells on chucking chromatic orbs in there, it's
Yeah,
fine.
it's not happening.
I'll let you do that. So we're gonna say it burns and smokes.
I say that we.
Where you can't go in there for probably about 10 minutes.
Well, I'm gonna say since me and Blac took it pretty hard, we just go back into the dust room and kind of like heal up a little bit
Do you
because
guys want to take a short rest? Is that what you're saying?
just chill out for like an hour, maybe pop a couple healing potions because we don't have any hit dice.
So yes.
I'm sure.
So you guys are gonna go take a short rest. Okay.
I'm gonna tap on Blac.
Yeah, he's yelling this, by the way.
And as soon as he
You're trying
starts,
to like speak to Shiro, and he goes, "What are we doing? What's going on? I don't know."
I'm gonna turn him around and I'm gonna slap him, and I'm gonna point to the other room, and I'm gonna walk to the room.
You can't hear anything that they're saying, Blac. A 13, yeah, and he just looks at you and kind of tilts his head and he fucking smacks you across the face and then points to the room and just starts marching away. Oh, what the hell, man?
I'm not even gonna answer him. I'm just gonna keep walking.
So effectively, you guys are on a short rest. You can pop potions. You can, do whatever you want to do in an hour. That will, by the end, kill your poison off as well, and your deafness after another probably 30 seconds. You'll be able to hear again. So roll your heals and stuff. I'm gonna go grab a tea real quick. So give me like 2 minutes and I'll be right back.
Yay, I used my last one to max. I already had to use so many already. God damn this fucking place.
Who has all the
Potions?
oil?
I only took
I
one
have it.
alchemy fire. I think you took the. I said you just could take the oils.
I'd
and
say
stuff
I
like
took
that.
the rest of the alchemist fire, and I took, I think, 3 healing potions.
I have the clay oil vials.
Okay, so you have the oil, and you took what, 2 potions?
Uh,
Or was that me that took the potions?
Well, we split up the potions,
Oh,
potions,
I
I
remember I
have
took one of
3.
the. I remember I took one of each vial.
but then
think
I
remember
gave
taking
you
one of
another
each.
healing potion. I know you have 2.
Oh, then I'm gonna pop one of the potions. Then I totally forgot. What was that? D4.
2d4 plus 1. So we found what? 8?
I
I'll
think
take
so.
that.
So that means if he has 2, I have 3. You have 3.
Yep, I have 3.
Okay, cool. And I think I took 1 of the clay pots. Because it was the one I was looking at trying to figure out what it was. So I'm going to burn probably 2 of these potions.
Yeah, I just burned both my. I mean, you got 2 3s. It's not bad.
No, I'm just going to keep what I got. I'll take
Okay.
14. Puts me close to max. Well, I mean,
Okay,
no, it
just-
doesn't.
Does anybody have any rolls they want me to take for them?
Can you roll 1 of the
Uh,
die?
Yeah.
Can you re-roll my 2? Because, I mean, odds are it's going to be better.
I mean, that's what I'm asking. This is the homebrew roll.
Yeah,
so.
just roll my first 2, or my second potion's first die.
Okay.
Sweet baby Jesus.
I'm rolling all the D4. I should just start attacking you guys with D4 monsters.
Well, since you're rolling maxing out right now, could you re-roll my 2 for the second potion?
Sure.
1.
You watch it get a 1.
Called it.
This is a personal memento saying, "Don't let Z re-roll." God.
So that just happened.
That's
great.
ridiculous.
All right. Once we're looking a little better than we were, I'm gonna be like, Blac, or 13. Can you hear us?
Meow. Yeah, I can hear you.
Ah, okay. Sorry about the slap. You were kind of freaking out a little bit.
Well, you blew up a whole room. I almost died to freaking little imps.
Actually, you
This room's
almost died to sticking your hand where it shouldn't be.
Well, I don't like this place, period. There's no loot. There's no treasure. Screw this place.
Wait, are we supposed to be finding the body of that woman?
Yes.
Yep.
I'm actually gonna
think
look the
it was-
Blac and be like, oh wait, no, I can't do that. You have claws. You can't put poison on your claws. I don't think.
I'm
I
gonna
don't
veto
know.
that. I'm gonna go ahead and say no. He can't.
So I'll keep
That's
these
what I
files.
was like. Yeah.
So the smoke is dissipating, although I'm sure it's still like a little bit of a haze since it doesn't have anywhere to go.
Oh yeah. After an hour, everything that could burn is burned up to the point where it's just smoldering now.
All right.
So there's gonna be a little bit of smoke, but it's not gonna be detrimental to your health.
So I'm gonna go
just gonna
back
look-
in the room.
Well, I'm gonna
Alright.
look to the. Go for it.
What are you gonna look for? What'd you say, Black?
Oh, I was gonna say, ask the group as we're like when walking back, like down this hallway with the portraits. I'm like, by the way, did any of us see the body of the magician girl?
No. I'm gonna tell him. I feel like that room was trapped with all of that because there's something secret here that we weren't supposed to find.
Oh, okay. Well, let's see what's in here.
So I want to see. I want to do an investigation to see if I can find a secret um, door or like a secret lever that would lead to a door.
Um,
I'm gonna.
yes, you can do that, but let me describe what the room looks like before you do that.
Okay.
And then because that will very possibly change your decision.
Okay.
Um, so when you go back into the room, all of the tables and shelving units are basically charred and burned. There's very little remaining glassware and whatnot. You do see 3 distinct things that appear to have survived. You see the jar of what you assume is some sort of person with the yellow stuff on the floor, and it's
Okay.
kind of like if a glass jar with fluid in it could be angry, it's definitely that.
Okay.
If that feeling can be possible from a soul trapped in a jar, it is angry as all fuck.
Okay.
That's the first thing you notice. The second thing you notice, there is a small, I guess, like jewelry chest size chest, or jewelry box size chest. It's very small. It's probably maybe I don't know, like 6x4, like 6x4x4 maybe. It's very
Okay.
small. On the floor over here in this corner, that appears to be not touched, like
Okay.
it was enchanted of something. And sitting next to it, you see a small flask. Well, not a small flask, but a flask filled with like this, like translucent, like Gatorade ice colored blue liquid,
Okay.
with something floating in it.
Okay. Um.
So you guys can react to those things.
So I'm gonna go in there and
I'm gonna go ahead and say you guys can go to the things in what order, but if you guys are going to choose to go after those 3 items, you're each gonna be able to interact with one. You know what I mean?
yeah.
So decide amongst yourselves who gets first
I'm
dibs
gonna
or
walk
whatever.
in and I'm gonna scan from like right to left, and the first thing I'm gonna see is the flask and the jewelry blocks.
Yes.
And against my inner voices, I'm just gonna tap Black on the or 13 on the shoulder and point towards the box because he was saying he wanted treasures. And I'm gonna go over to the flask and see if I can figure out what it is and how it survived the fireball.
Okay, so you're gonna pick up the Gatorade flask, for lack of a better description.
Sure.
Okay. I assume Black is going for the jewelry box looking thing. Shiro, do you want to go over to the Angry Wizard, or do you want to do something different? Because this can all happen basically simultaneously.
It's just a soul trapped in a.
That's what Cash seems to think. He seems to think it was like a wizard trying to save himself, and he kind of botched it, or maybe he was doing an experiment and accidentally trapped his soul in a glass jar. He's not entirely sure. It's not a magic he's familiar with, but that's his best guess.
All right. Well, I'm going to approach it and try to talk to the bottle, see if it responds. Anyway.
I mean, it's not an awful
It's
decision.
bottle. All right. Okay. So we'll just left to right it here. So you pick it up, and it's just think of like a large mason jar. That's kind of the size that you're looking at, and it's just got this green mist stuff that's like glowing faintly, and you just feel anger emanating out of it, basically.
I'm just going to tap the jar. Like, oh, can you speak?
You're breaking up a little bit. I'm sorry. Canned with
No,
me.
I'm gonna. Sorry. No, I'm just going to tap the jar and ask it if can you communicate with us in any way? Why are you here? What's going on?
And it just kind of flashes more.
Alright.
Like maybe it's trying to say something, but it's failing, or it's either failing or you can't understand it. You're not sure.
If I hear them talking, I'm gonna look over my shoulder and be like, "We may only be able to talk to it if we let it out."
Oh, well, I'm not going to do that.
Yeah, we'll need to take steps if we plan on doing that.
Alright, well, I'm just gonna hold on to the jar for now.
You're gonna what? You're breaking up, man. I'm sorry. I don't. I think I can guess at what you're gonna do, but I don't want to. You know what I mean?
Right. Is it?
Oh, that's much better. That is so much better.
Alright. No, I'm
You
just
and your
going
goddamn
to
mic.
hold. I'm just gonna hold on to the jar.
Okay, like put it in your pack or whatever.
I don't know. I'm not gonna put it in my pack. I'm
Oh
just
no,
gonna.
so you're just gonna hold it,
Yeah.
like Misty
Yeah,
and her
hold it.
Togepi.
Like, I
You're
don't
just
want.
gonna kind of cradle it.
Yeah.
All right, so it's warm. That's about. It's not hot, but it's warm to the touch.
It's because he
All
just
right,
peed.
cash it in. We'll go to you. So you pick up um, the flask, and it's got is filled with this translucent blue liquid, and suspended within it appears to be a like 3-inch tall human.
Aha.
It appears to be female with dark raven hair and a very light build. She is dressed in like dark green, like traveling clothes. She's got a black cloak on over top of that, and in her right hand, she is clutching a tiny, tiny wand.
Ah. This is what I've been looking for. And then I'm
It
gonna
has a-
realize that I have no way of realizing what's gonna happen if I open this bottle. So
It's got a cork stopper in it.
but as far as I know, I could uncork it, dump it out, and she could die. Can I investigate how I like what this blue substance is?
It would be very difficult for you to know for sure just looking at it, without having it like you touch it and or experiment with it. Um, I would let you roll maybe a history or something equivalent to that, but at disadvantage.
Okay. My other thought that comes up is the wizard knows exactly what's going on. So I'm already probably planning on letting him out to a certain extent.
I would let you make either a straight intelligence, a history, or an arcana, whichever one you feel that you would be best at. But the roll would be at disadvantage if you're just looking at it,
Okay.
at the situation.
I'm gonna just take a look at it and see if maybe I can glean something off of it.
Yeah, might as well. 21. Wow. All right. Again, it's not a magic you're familiar with, but from the best of your knowledge, if you're gonna make the safe bet that, I mean, this is a spitting image description of the woman you were sent to find.
Yeah.
This is almost definitely her. Um, the being seems to be kind of frozen, like almost like frozen, not with ice, but like in stasis.
Is she suspended?
Yeah, it's kind of like it looks like she's in stasis.
Okay.
So maybe somebody either like used like a minimize spell on her and then shoved her in here, or she stepped into a trap that encased her, did all that stuff simultaneously. It does not appear that she's like drowning.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? She doesn't really look like she's in danger. She's just kind of like standing there. Her eyes are closed. Her mouth is like partially open, and she's not moving at all.
Okay.
So you would guess this is some sort of suspension or stasis bottle. I don't know. It's tough for you to.
Okay.
It's tough
I
for
still
you to
don't
gather.
feel comfortable doing
not a
anything
magic
with
you're
it.
familiar with.
Because I don't know if I dump it out. Like I said, she could stay as small as she is and fall in a crack and done. For all I know.
Yeah, you have no idea if releasing her from the bottle would damage her in any way.
So, I'm gonna kind of hold onto the bottle and turn around to look to Shiro and be like, "Well, I think we need to let the genie out of the bottle."
All right, so we'll go to Cat Person. You have a tiny jewelry box that is very obviously enchanted because it survived that fireball.
All right. Well, first, is it
Oh,
locked?
can't hear you.
Mr. Black,
I can
you
hear
not
him.
me?
I cannot.
Oh, let me reset. Oh,
Nope, can't still hear you.
can you guys hear me now?
Yep, now I can hear you.
Z?
Hey, there it is. Okay, I can hear you now.
All right, great.
So two of
So,
us had to
anyways.
reload.
Sorry. So, I'm going to try. Is the box locked?
It doesn't appear to be. It's just a latch.
I want to check the seam to see if it's trapped in any way.
Can I help him with that?
Yes.
Can I use my
Normally.
arcana to help him?
You can if he comes at you, but I'm considering these actions all simultaneous. While you're investigating the bottle, he's opening the chest at the same time Shiro's trying to talk to the green thing.
Okay, I understand this.
So
Well,
if he's going to
and
search
if-
it for mundane traps, he can do that for this quote-unquote action, and then after that he can take it to you for assistance.
Okay.
If
Fair
he so chooses.
all right. Okay, well, let's see here. I've stolen a lot of things. Is what I do.
Yes.
So, and I know this thing is magical, and I don't
Yes.
know what it detected. So you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna point it in the direction of the skeleton and open it.
Which is not there anymore. None of this shit's really in
Oh,
here.
sorry. In that way, then I'm just gonna point in that direction, then, and just like open it to see if anything like sprays out like a fireball or something.
Yeah, definitely a fire bolt spell comes firing out of it and slams into the wall. And that catches your
Really?
guys' two attentions. Like as you guys like as Cash and Shiro are turning to each other and he's like, "Oh, we gotta let the genie out of the bottle." You open up the latch and a fucking jet of flame fires out and slams into the wall over here. And much like the chest you opened, like the silver chest, it's that same kind of jet of flame just goes and after a few seconds it dissipates.
Oh, I looked at the others like, everything's all good, guys. Everything's all good. And then I go to turn and peek.
And you look inside of it and you see 4 small vials, 2 yellow vials, 1 green vial, 1 red vial. And you will recognize the yellow vials as healing potions.
Oh,
Because you
you know
guys have
what?
had enough of them that's definitely healing potions.
So you said 2 healing, 1 green, 1 blue, right?
Yes. Sorry, taking a drink. Yes.
That's fine. I was making sure. So 2 potions, 1 green vial, 1 blue vial. Okay. I'm gonna pocket those. Well, I'm gonna look to see if I notice anything inside the bottles aside for that. Like maybe there's some kind of material or some ingredients that may be floating
Um,
around inside.
I mean, yeah, you can make me an investigation.
Like if there's one with an eyeball in it, then I'm probably not gonna want to keep it. Let's be fair.
Why not? You racist against eyeballs?
I don't even think that's a race.
Are you racist against
Hey.
eyeballs?
Do you have Never mind.
Nothing else is in there. They're like held in like it's like a velvet like case. You know what I mean? It's like small, and they're in 4 like slots that have been cut out into it, and the rest of it is just like kind of like a velvet interior. The jewelry box itself is actually very nice, but it is built for vials, it looks like, as opposed to actual jewelry. So that may affect the value in some way of the box, but it's a nice box by itself. You
Oh,
think the
well.
box itself might be worth at least looking into getting it sold. You know what I mean?
Oh, well, I'm just gonna hold on to the box and I'm gonna take some string and tie it sealed so that way as we walk and everything it doesn't like burst open and cause another firebolt or something.
Right.
And yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. And you know what? I'll just be nice as I am presenting the green vial to Cash and be like, hey, what do you value this at?
Let me see it.
I know, I'm holding it up. It's like, here you go. What does it look like?
I value it whatever Z says.
So the chest itself seems to have lost its magic now that it's been opened. It doesn't come off as enchanted anymore. So you're guessing it had some sort of
Oh.
temporary protection that once it was opened, it went off on top of the firebolt. So it does not appear to be enchanted. But that 20 plus is good enough to tell you that the red vial is a vial of bull strength, and the green vial is a vial of spider climb. I love the no reaction from that whatsoever.
Hey, it's a vial
Spider
of bull
climb?
penis and spider shit.
Yeah, that's
Oh.
exactly what it's.
Well, that's gross. But I could use the spider thing, I think.
I mean, you could technically use both.
Yeah, I know.
I feel like Shiro can maybe use the bull strength a little more, but
Okay, well, that being the case, I looked at Shiro and I was like, hey, do you want this bottle?
I
You guys
mean,
bulky?
yeah, sure. I mean, what does it do?
Which one are you taking?
I'm gonna offer in the bull strength one.
The bull sign.
The bull strength, if you drink it, you will have advantage on strength checks for a minute, and your carrying capacity will double. Not that we're using that very much.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
So advantage on strength checks for a minute after you take it. It's one hit. You take it as one thing.
if you don't need it, I'll take it.
I think you need it more than I do because I'm proficient in strength. So
Oh, great! Because I was thinking about it to help me carry more loot and run away with. But thanks. As I pocket both of them.
okay.
funny
I can
man.
just imagine my back could be bigger now to carry things away with.
All right.
And the spider climb is
Priorities, I guess.
the spider climb is essentially the same thing. You get the ability to climb on on vertical walls and on ceilings, or vertical surfaces and ceilings, much like a spider does. And you have a climbing speed of 20 feet for a minute.
Sweet.
Take it.
Does that add on with mobile?
We can judge that situationally if it were to come up.
Woo! Okay.
I'm gonna say probably yes, but we'll have to take that situation by situation.
All right.
Okay.
So moving back to this genie in the bottle. Can I do an investigation or arcana or something to see if there's any way of communicating with him while he's in this jar?
This magic you're more familiar with, especially since you already dealt with it again, so the DC is going to go lower for subsequent checks.
Mm.
So make me another arcana. As far as you know, his power is incredibly limited while in this state, to the point where you don't think he can communicate at all whatsoever, and that if you open the jar, he might just dissipate.
Well, that's not good.
What's wrong? As
So
I looked to him as he said that.
Well, we can't open the jar.
So it appears that we can't talk to him, and if we open the jar, he's going to disappear.
Okay.
All right. So it appears that we can't talk to him, and if we open the jar, he's going to disappear. And if we open the jar, he's going to disappear. So it appears that we can't talk to him, and if we open the jar, he's going to disappear.
Oh. Uh, is there a reason why he would disappear? Like he doesn't have something to like latch onto or something, like no host?
That is your guess. If this is somebody's soul that was trapped here on purpose, as opposed to him trapping himself, um, I mean, worst case scenario, this is the soul of a lich that got trapped, and you
Oh.
releasing it would send it back to its real thing. That would be like 100% worst case scenario. Best case scenario is it's a fucking genie. That would be best case scenario. So those are your extremes.
Okay.
Technically, there's evil genies, so that's also not a good thing.
Uh. Well, we have the girl,
Well,
Kinda.
but I mean, they didn't say that we had to physically have her. We had to have her wand in order to stop this. We technically have that, and at this present moment, nobody can get it.
Uh, do you feel that the wand is needed in order to cause the calamity? Because if so, why can't we just destroy the wand and just call it a day?
what if the one prevents the calamity?
That's what I'm asking. What do we think?
Well, I feel like
Maybe we can.
this
go
is the
back
point
to-
in time where Marigor needs to show up and tell us what the hell this wand is used for. But since he's not going to, technically we have what we came here for. We could leave with both of these.
Yeah, let's go back.
Let's
to
just leave.
And then,
Let's just
Let's
leave.
go back to Neverwinter.
We'll go
Yeah.
back to that Ulfgar's shop and give him the magician
Yeah.
girl to let him know, hey, she's okay. Here's a little bottle.
Maybe we can find like a specialist for this because
Yeah, for the wizard to see if maybe they know something we don't.
Oh, maybe.
maybe a
All right.
necromancer of some sort.
Alright, so heading back sounds like a plan.
You guys are all intelligent enough to know that. I mean, you got here pretty late at night and you spent several hours. It's probably after midnight as well.
I feel like it wouldn't be safe to sleep in here, though.
Sure
Like-
would.
You guys have done it 3 times already. So
I'll just look to
did you guys take a long rest
never.
No,
No,
just
we've only
short,
taken
no,
a short rest.
a short rest.
after the ogres? It was just a short rest. Okay,
Yes.
all right.
I'm gonna look to Black and be like, or 13. Damn it. Be like, let's head to the room with the dust. It's really late right now. Let's shut and lock both doors so nothing can get in. Crash for the night, and in the morning we'll head on to Neverwinter.
You want to sleep in a room of dust with a dead body?
He lit it all on fire.
Yeah, there's nothing. No.
Well, there's still the corpse. There's
Yeah,
still the
there's-
dead corpse there.
There's also a charred corpse in there.
We can shove it to the side. It's no big deal. I've slept
Okay.
in worse, trust me.
Actually, yeah, he has definitely slept in worse.
All right, fine. We'll do that. Let's go. Let's try to get our rest in. We'll try to call it a day.
I'm gonna wake up in the morning and 13 is gonna be cuddling the corpse.
Or like somehow his eyeball is gonna be out and I'm gonna be batting it around on the ground.
Just unconsciously in your sleep.
Oh my God. I don't think I'll play with a yarn ball.
So you guys are just like locking the doors and being done with it?
Yes.
Yep.
Yep.
I think we're gonna take one of the dressers or whatever we can to barricade the doors at least too.
A dresser's heavy as fuck. You guys can like take 10 or whatever to do that because you got all the time in the world. But a
I
dresser's
mean,
heavy.
yeah.
if we lock the doors, I think we'll be fine.
Okay, well I'm gonna stand in a corner over here by the dresser.
Okay.
I'm gonna sleep right over here by the dresser.
Curl up in your little ball,
Meow.
your little cat person ball.
Yep.
All right,
that's-
so you guys have a relatively uneventful sleep, except for you, Cashton.
Woo woo.
You have very disturbing dreams.
Fucking
Wow.
demon.
overnight, and oh yeah, that's probably a good guess. You have disturbing, tormenting dreams involving the demon and your former master, and just exactly what he's putting your master's soul through in his realm.
Asshole.
It's not pleasant. Let's put it that way. It's not like a vision, so it's not super vivid. It's tough to recall anything about it in the morning. But you get this overwhelming feeling of what you would typically expect when you meet this demon: anger and hatred and vile and evil.
If at any point in time in the dream I have like a way of portraying a message to him,
Okay.
my message is gonna be, I hope you're enjoying this while it lasts, because you won't be. Meanwhile, I'm like scared shitless, but I'm gonna try to convey like super confidence.
All right. Yeah, you can. You can. I mean, it's your dream. You're able to do something to that effect.
I mean, I'm just RPing that. Do you want me to roll anything? Or?
No.
Okay.
You can convey that. I mean, it's kind of like a fever dream.
Yeah.
But kind of towards the end, as you take over, you can just kind of like shout in your mind, "Fuck you, demon! I hope you're enjoying this."
Fuck you, demon! I had your wife last night.
Middle fingers, bitches. And yeah, absolutely. You can totally have abandonment issues with your father during your dreams.
Technically, my adopted father. That's
Yeah.
even worse. I was adopted and then discarded after a year. So, all right, I have that bad nightmare. And
Does that
now
mean his name's Eric?
Oh my god.
Sorry. And Shiro, you don't have disturbing dreams, but you just dream of memories you had with your family before the chaos happened. They're pleasant dreams, but they make you sad when you wake up a little bit because you've been away from your family for a decent amount of time now.
Yeah.
So when Cash wakes up, he's gonna wake up in a real heavy sweat.
Yeah, absolutely. And he's robeless because it's on fire, or it's well, maybe not robeless, but you might need a new one. It's still charred and burned and shit. It's not doing good.
Yeah.
All right, so you guys wake up in the morning and you start heading out. Give me a marching order for when you go back into the eyeball room.
I'll go ahead.
Yeah. Just in case anything's creeped down in here for the night, I don't want to be surprised by it.
So whoever comes in first. Well, if it's gonna be Shiro, it's the same thing as last time. Make me a perception as you come in.
I'm gonna let the monk do the work. I'm just gonna stand in the back. I'm gonna have the wizard boy use this like shield to block anything that may come. I'm tired of taking the hits.
Come on. 27.
Oh,
bam!
you critted. Oh
Yeah.
shit! You remember that eyeball you saw before that was like slightly different colored, and that was the first one to open up before. You remember exactly where it is, and to the point where it's not exactly the same color as all the other eyeballs.
I feel like with
Yeah.
that roll, Shiro just walks in and blindly chucks a shuriken at it and hits it without even looking and keeps on
Right?
going.
So like if you want to do that, you totally can do that.
Yeah,
Really
just
quick.
walk into the room, just
Okay.
chuck a shuriken at it.
So you're ready because you're like, fuck these eyeballs, and you walk in and you're looking at that spot in the wall and you see it open, and like as everything else opens, you're fucking throwing a shuriken and it hits it right in the eyeball. And let me tell you what happens, but I have to scroll back up to it because
Ooh, something
Infect
happens.
the other eyeballs.
so much shit.
All the eyeballs explode
is-
and we die.
Feel like I'm in the
Well,
back.
I'm the only one in the room so far.
Oh,
so...
okay, so Shiro dies. Reroll
Okay.
the character.
So when other things have happened, when you touch the eyeball, it like oozed and gooped and shit, and the when you threw the shuriken at the last one, it kind of exploded. This one like sticks in the eyeball, as almost if it's made of a different substance. And as it does that, this whole wall starts to kind of shake. And
Opens?
Secret room?
Oh, nice.
Secret
secret room.
passage.
The wall slides open.
Whoa.
I'm just gonna
Oh,
walk
yeah.
in after him and be like, "What the hell did you do?"
You remember that eye that I was telling you about before?
Uh,
Well, I was able
vaguely.
to get it.
Oh,
Well, there was this eye that was watching us. It was the only eye that was open before all of these other eyes opened.
oh, I thought
so-
you were just crazy. Okay.
Don't feel bad. I thought so too.
Well,
Alright,
hey, kitty cat, you want to go scout ahead for us?
Sure. Is the door locked? Oh no, it's just opened up, right?
It's an open
no, it's
wall.
That's what I was.
an
Okay.
open wall.
No, that's why I was just checking again.
Is
Alright.
the wall unlocked?
locked?
Is this air locked? Can I get through it?
All right, I want to check the hallway for traps.
You can check the hallway for traps. Investigate.
Yes.
You do not perceive any traps.
Okay, then I'm gonna walk over to here. Look
All right.
around the corner.
I'll pick up the end.
What do I see from here?
I'm going to explain it uno momento.
Is that a thing from Super Mario Brothers? The little block that slams down with the angry face?
It's no, it's not.
Oh, okay.
But, it totally does look like that a little bit, huh? Doesn't it? It is not a thwomp, no. It looks a little bit. You see what appears to be a closed, rusty iron gate, and a room with a small stone chest behind it.
Treasure. I gotta get to it. I want to check for traps as I walk along.
Yeah, you can check for traps in like the room up to the gate with another
That's fine.
investigation roll.
Well, all right. You know what? I'm going just to check the gate itself. I want to check
Yeah,
to
you
see
can
if it's
also do.
rigged.
Yes.
I want to check the gate.
It looks like it's trapped, for lack of a better way to put it. It's not something that you're familiar with. You're not entirely sure what it is, but you know there's something that something's gonna happen if you try to open this door without the proper like key or whatever. But you don't have the knowledge of what it would be.
Is it like a see-through kind of gate or like?
Yeah, it's like a jail cell bar kind of thing.
Okay.
I'm
I'm
just
just gonna
gonna
look to
whisper
Shiro.
into 13's ear.
Oh, you know what? I lied. Have you ever seen the gates at like high schools that are like the scrunchy gates?
Yeah.
It's
Okay.
it's more like that because it's gonna like slide to the wall as
Okay.
opposed to like opening towards you. We're gonna it's kind of like that, but it's
Okay.
way tougher. Like it's rusted and shit. It's not like those are like aluminum. This is iron. You know.
Okay. I'm gonna look to Shiro, be like, "Hey, this looks like you're gonna have to use some manpower to like slice this open if you can."
It looks rusted. Can I see if we can strike the bars? See if
Yeah, it is rusty.
maybe.
Yeah. Make me I don't know what kind of roll. Probably straight intelligence, but let me look at the skills list real quick. Yeah, make me a straight intelligence. Zero. You think it would take some time to punch open this door. You don't think like beating it with your fists is really going to be effective.
I don't think we can force our way in there. Is there like
So I'm just gonna speak up. Is it locked?
I'm just
Yes.
gonna look to them. I'm just gonna look to them and say, "Yeah, it's locked for sure."
I'm gonna be like, all right, hold on. All we're trying to do is get over to the chest, right?
Yep.
All right, I'm gonna see if Can I check to see if the inside, like on the other side of the gate, if there's any like traps?
I mean, you can like arcana the whole area. Are you looking for mechanical traps or magical traps?
I'm looking to see if there's anything on the floor, like right here.
Again, it depends on what anything is.
Like a
Is it
pressure stone, a rune, like
okay? So
I want to see if there's
something.
any defect in the stone that I can notice.
Okay. Investigation.
Okay. No.
Not that you can tell.
All right. So I'm gonna be like, I don't see anything in there, so I'm just gonna hop on in and grab this chest for us.
Ah.
Oh.
And I'm dead.
And you're dead. No, you're good.
Okay.
Nothing seems to happen. Teleport in.
And I'm really hoping this thing isn't locked. I want to investigate the chest first to see if there's any booby traps.
Okay.
What is
Investigation for
okay.
mechanical traps. Not that it appears.
Okay. And is it locked?
No.
Okay. I'm gonna stand off to the side because I know I suck at looking for traps. Actually, wait.
That's a dumb fucking spell.
I'm actually going to see. No, never mind. I'm not going to. I'm gonna stand off to the side, and I'm gonna use like the end of my staff to kind of just pry open the lid like 6 inches.
Okay. It's heavy as fuck, so you need a strength check.
Okay.
And since you're using like a tool and you have terrible leverage, it's going to be a disadvantage.
You would.
It's
Okay,
So
I didn't
you-
even need your disadvantage.
so using your staff, you're like being super cautious. You're unable to lift the lid. You can tell
Alright.
it's pretty heavy.
All right, so I'll put my staff down and I'll walk over to it and I will try to lift it with my hands.
Regular strength roll. You're having trouble.
All right.
You need help there, wizard?
Toss me that vial of bull strength.
Right. Hold on.
That could actually work.
Is the gate like completely covering up to the ceiling, or is it like
Yes.
halfway?
No, it's definitely up to the ceiling.
Okay.
I feel like that's an awful
Hmm.
decision. I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna be like, all right, well, this was a great idea, but this thing's heavy as shit.
Hmm. Well, we'll need to open
Let
this
me
gate.
see. What do I have in my bag?
Okay, I want to try unlocking the gate.
Wait. I pull out my bag of tricks,
Oh,
Okay.
and I am going to summon forth the 7th stone. And I don't have this written down anymore, so this is all on you.
Yeah, I'm under opening it back up. You had the rust one, right?
Tan
it's
one.
tanned.
Tan one.
You had tan.
Yes.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Oh yeah, you had tan. And 7.
Yes. No.
Uh,
Yes.
It's a big ass hyena. It goes. "Ah! Where's Scar?
Oh my god. I'm going to command my hyena to open this chest.
I'm gonna hiss at the hyena.
Okay.
Well,
Let's
it's a dog.
hear.
I mean, I'm a cat. I mean, it's common sense. I mean,
Shit.
I was really hoping it was the blackberry.
I gotta find what the fucking hyenas. The one thing I didn't think was gonna happen today was having to check the stats of a hyena.
You're welcome.
Giant hyena.
you gotta be prepared, man.
Yeah,
Prepared
it's,
for these things.
This is why I keep the DMG and the shit right in front of me.
Giant
All right,
hyena.
giant hyena.
16.
22.
5. Oh, so okay. So we're gonna say you knock down his shield arm then.
Alright, so he lets go of the shield. So that's my action. Will I still be able to do my extra attack after that?
Well, we're gonna count that as an attack.
An attack.
As
So
one of your attacks.
alright.
So we'll say you're able to knock his shield from his arm.
Gonna punch his shield arm again. It's bad. And then third strike with my blade. 20. And then You know what? I'm gonna spend another key point for this. So a third strike. So fourth. Another disarm attack. Oh, what did I?
That was if it was.
Oh, it
You
was
were at
crit.
advantage.
Yeah, okay.
So it's 8. So
Okay, so what the hell just happened? Why is there multiple? Did you fucking Furia blows me? I don't understand.
Yep, flurry of blows. So
Okay.
one extra attack, and then the last two with this.
Okay, so
flurry
you
of blows.
you butchered him at this point because all 3 of those hit. He actually can't even make them miss because you lowered his AC with the shield. So
Yeah.
you butchered the shit. Are you like decapitating him? Are you like how are you? How's you tell me, Mr. Monkman? How does this go down after you knock his shield from his grasp?
After I knock down his shield, punch him in the face and then stab in the eye.
All right, so brutal head stabbing as the Hobgoblin Warlord falls.
So I'll grab
I need to
the.
find out what level encounter that was supposed to be with 3 level 5 characters, because that was nowhere near his. I thought that was going to go way differently.
I was confused whenever I took out all those archers with one fireball, and then he was just taking damage after damage after damage. I'm like, oh.
Well, see, the
Is he a warlord?
See, the Hobgoblins only had 11 hit points, and they're half challenge ratings. So even taking half of that 39 you rolled, they all died. But he's a warlord.
Oh,
So-
that's
He was in full plate and had 9 times the hit points they did.
like 90, 98 or like around 100.
Yeah,
hit
he's
points,
got
right?
he's got 13 die 8 plus 39 hit points
He
in full
still
plate.
was a little bitch.
He's a challenge rating 6 by himself.
Little bitch.
Well, good thing you took care of all the little guys.
He's a challenge rating 6 by himself. He has his martial advantage. Once per turn, the Hobgoblin can deal an additional 4 die 6 to a creature it hits with a weapon attack if it's within 5 feet of an ally of the Hobgoblin. So he's got sneak attack, basically. And he's got a parry ability where as his reaction, he can basically have a +3 shield. It essentially functions as a +3 shield once per round.
I'm gonna grab the reins of the other 3 horses, lead them up to Shiro. I'm assuming. I mean, you could probably strip them of the plate mail and sell it. Plate mail is expensive.
Well, I'm gonna check the other goblins for loot. Try to grab their coin bags if they have any.
Okay, are you
Yes,
gonna
you
grab the
guys
plate
do.
mail, Shiro?
Well, I have no use for that. Like, let the cat grab it.
Oh,
the one
if
who
you're
wants
not
to
taking
carry
it, I'm gonna
anything.
take it and sell it.
All right.
Grab that longsword too.
I feel like it'd be easier just to try to grab all this gold and just use this rather than try to find someone who go buy goblin plate mail. You know what I mean?
Hey,
I mean, it's fitted for a medium-sized creature. It could get resized for very cheap. You know what I mean? So there's not a lot you could really get from the hobgoblin corpses, though. You pretty much fuck their days up.
they're a little charry.
They're charred and burned corpses and armor.
There's
Nothing.
nothing to salvage.
Yeah, absolutely not. Nothing worth your time, at least.
No.
Unless you were like a blacksmith and you were gonna melt down the armor and shit.
No. No, not at all.
But yeah, for the most part, I would say his longsword and his plate mail are intact. I mean, if you wanted to take that shit, you totally could.
I'll totally
I'll
gonna
just
take
take
it.
the sword. You can take the plate mail then.
Okay, yeah, you can have the sword.
I have the sheath anyways for it.
Yeah, you do.
All right. So you have a longsword. It's just it's a non-magical longsword. And
How much gold was in this pouch,
I
by the
was
way?
just about to find out.
Okay.
He's got 4 silver and 4 gold pieces.
4 and 4? Okay.
And ooh, hang on.
He's a cheap ass
I-
warlord.
I am going to pull something up real quick because I just remembered I got a new toy the other day,
Oh, I like toys.
and I'll see if I can find where it went.
I especially like the toy if it was a boon chest, but I know that's not it.
Well, it's sort of a boon chest.
Oh, I'm excited.
It's the same like idea of the boon chest.
Although Shiro is the one that got the killing blow, so he gets to do the honors. But I did kill more of the creatures.
Yeah, you did.
And
Well,
I did like 80% of the damage.
But I think I took away his pride by taking off his belt.
You totally did.
if
He's
this'll
no-
load.
If we somehow managed to lose and he lived through this, that I would laugh so hard if something saw him in a distance, like being pantless, walking around, and the story was spread to his clan about how he was caught pantsless. It would just be hysterical.
My.
They would call him the pantless
Okay.
goblin.
So, Blac, since it's your thing that you took from him, I need a die 100 roll from you.
Oh dear God. Okay.
Let's see if this actually works the way it's supposed to. No, 91. That's a good roll. Let's find out what 91 is.
So is this not me getting the gold and the silver?
No, you're getting it.
Okay,
This
just
is
making
what's
sure.
going to happen with that sword.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, the sword's gonna have an enchantment on it.
Oh,
So
okay.
it is a magic sword. Well, remember when I said it wasn't magic? It's totally
Yeah,
magic.
yeah.
So Cash, you can just tell him when pick it up that it is magic. You can find out what it is during the rest of your trip back to Neverwinter.
Okay.
So
I'll
you
just
can-
be like, hey, there's a pulse emanating off that. Let me see that.
Sure, as I would hold it up to him.
And you can make me an Arcana.
Oh god, it's scrolling too far.
Oh.
While you are attuned to this weapon, so you will have to attune to it, you can once per day re-roll an attack roll. But you have to take the second attack. Or the second result.
Now to clarify, to be attuned to something, it doesn't mean you have to be using it.
Well, the spell is part of the weapon.
So it's attack rolls made with that weapon.
With that weapon,
'Kay.
yes. Wow,
Okay.
there's no spaces in that. So yeah, once you're attuned to the longsword, once per day when using the longsword, you can re-roll an attack roll.
So
I
that's
feel
not-
like I can get some good value for this selling this because
Yeah.
I
Yes, you probably could.
Here, I thought I was getting the better deal grabbing the plate mail.
woo. All right, So I think we're good, right? We looted everything. We're good to
I
go.
mean, you guys are 5th level, so I figure every now and then you're gonna get
Something
something
magical.
than just 4.5 gold pieces. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? He's not gonna have any large amounts of coin as part of a just a one-off raiding party. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That didn't even get to its. They didn't even find a caravan yet, and you incinerated the other 7 goblins that might have had stuff on them. So we're gonna say, how the fuck do you do that? How are you doing what you just did?
I'm just looking at the effects list. Like,
You need to give me more. Yeah, give me more info than the effects list, because I don't know how to do any of that. What?
I'm gonna link that to you.
Yeah, please. I don't know how to do that. That's what I was looking for earlier with the fireball, or both the fireballs.
Yeah,
All right,
link that
so
in
you get
there
back to
at some point.
Neverwinter. You get back to Neverwinter, and it's like evening-ish.
All right. Are any shops still open?
Oh yeah, it's not quite closing time.
Okay. My first
go to the coffee shop?
objective is to get to an armor smith to unload this heavy ass plate mail.
Okay, so you're going to the smithy,
Yes.
basically. Okay. Anybody else?
I will
up,
suggest
buddy?
that 13 come with me. Maybe he can get a value out of that sword as well.
I was actually gonna be wandering around to see if there's any adventurers willing to like pay. You know what I mean? Like maybe there's some adventurers who just happen to like want a nice little advantage with a nice, super good weapon.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Okay, so you're going to be searching the town for a specific person, basically.
Yeah, I'm gonna be checking like around the shopping mart.
Okay.
I don't know what it would be called, like wherever vendors would go, like to sell the weapons in particular. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, I know what you mean, but you're not going to a shop. You're trying to
No.
sell it individually. Yeah.
Yeah.
All
I'm
right.
gonna be in the back alley as I look around, see if I can find a good mark.
I understand. Okay, I got you. Shiro, what do you would like to do? You were going to go with either of these guys? You got your own agenda. They're going to sell some shit, basically.
Well, don't have anything on my own really to do here, so I'm just gonna follow them.
Okay. So which one? They're splitting up.
Wait, what is Cash gonna do?
Kashidin is going to the closest blacksmith / armorer and trying to sell his plate mail that he just took from this hobgoblin, and Blac or 13 is basically using his thief skills to find somebody to buy this enchanted weapon off him.
I'm
I'm-
gonna follow Cash.
I would say I'm planning on being really quick about it.
I'm gonna follow Cash because I need to see a blacksmith too. Hello?
Yeah, we're here.
I'm sorry.
Oh, okay. No, yeah, I'm gonna follow Cash.
Okay. So you guys go in, and there's he's a rough-looking human. He's got like the apron on with like the tool pouches in it, and he's got soot and shit all over his face. And he's got like goggles on, and as you walk into his smithy, he's actually hammering away at something at the forge. And he hammers, and he kind of looks up and sees you, and like nods at you and holds up a finger, and he's pounding away for another minute or so, and then he sets it in the water and stands up and comes to the counter and says, yeah, welcome. How can I help you?
Ah, how's it
What
going
can I
today?
do for you, fine gentlemen?
I'm gonna just strike up a little bit of small talk with him and be like, how's it going today? Business good?
Business is about as good as normal. I've just working on some commission pieces, that kind of thing.
Oh, yeah, I had a couple of those myself. Not with you. I'm new here.
Yes, understood.
But, yeah, I've gotten great things from Neverwinter. I definitely like this place.
Yes, I've lived here my whole life. This was my father's shop and his father before his, and I took up the mantle.
Awesome. Well, listen, I'm always
So
willing
you're
to...
here to buy or sell, or what do you?
I'm actually here
kind
to
of a
sell.
straight to business guy myself.
Oh, that's fine. Understandable. I'm here to sell. I got a wonderful suit of plate mail, normal
Ooh.
size. Would like you to look at it, see if you got a good offer for me.
Oh, sure, sure. Nail. I assume you're just kind of like pointing at it or whatever. You drug it in.
The horse is sitting out front. I'll be like, you want to come out and take a look at it because it's a little heavy.
Oh yeah, absolutely. We'll come out, and he'll grab some little like lenses and tool things, whatever he would need to check quality and that kind of thing. And he'll come outside and look at it and spend the time. And he'll be like, "These are pretty recent scorch marks. Is this a prize of yours? Are you adventure types?"
Um, a warlord decided he wanted to take some people that were below him and kind of enslave them a little bit. And us being the good hardy adventurers we freed them. So I figured not only would we take his reign out of here, but we'll sell his stuff to hopefully better some of these smaller people in the future.
Okay, so make your deception roll with advantage.
Yeah, a way to
With,
try to
with
steal
advantage.
Yes!
And he's like, "Oh well, I very much appreciate you doing kind for this area. It's been I've heard all kinds of things, of course, and it just kind of fiddling through most rumors. But any good is it's good to hear. I'll certainly pass your tale along to the in the pubs next time I go and tell your stories.
I
If you
appreciate
don't mind,
that.
of course.
And if
Absolutely.
you get any of those rumors that you feel I can help you with, feel free to let me know.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Um, Now this blacksmith now needs a name. He's now an official NPC. Where's my NPC card? I have an index card with all everybody's names on it. Where the fuck did it go? Um, his name is Jeff.
What is Jeff? What race?
He's a human.
Okay.
See, or at least seems like a human.
Does he have a hat on?
No, he does not have a hat on. He's a pretty gruff, strong-looking guy. He's definitely built for working the forge.
Cool.
And the shop is called the Arm and Hammer. How about that?
I love it.
Arms and Hammer, plural. The Arms and Hammer. All right. So he'll look at it based on your story of it. It's still used plate mail with scorch marks. It's going to take him some time to get it. So he's going to offer you. He'll offer to carry it inside, so that's his cut of the labor, and he'll like wink at you, and he'll offer you $350 for it.
I'll ponder it for a bit.
And he'll justify it. He'll be like, "That, to be quite honest with you, for recently used, I can still smell some of the charred flesh on it. To be quite honest with you, it's burned a little bit. It's definitely been in battle beforehand. It's got some nicks in it. It's nowhere near full price. I'm not gonna be able to sell it as new
And
myself."
I'll look to him
Yeah.
and I'll be like, what if you could sell it for new?
What do you mean?
If you could sell it for new, how much would you pay me for it?
Well, if I were to forge plate mail of this quality, I would probably sell it in my shop for 18, brand new, out of the kiln.
Okay.
There's no way I'm going to be able to sell this piece for new as if I made it.
Okay. I completely understand that because you have
Right.
an artistic mark, I'm sure, that all plate mail comes with.
Absolutely. To
Um,
each their own. It's clearly going to be not my work, although it is rather well made for hobgoblin stuff. I'm actually surprised.
Yeah. I can make this look almost brand new, and I will do that for you if you will give me 600 for it.
Looks at you confused. And I think I know what you're doing, and I don't know if you can do that. What you're about to do. I don't know that's how that spell works.
I mean, it's going to take a little bit of time, but it's not going to be a quick fix. Like, I'll have to repair.
Oh yeah, you're gonna have to
Yeah.
spend you're gonna have to spend like a whole long rest to even get it close.
Yeah, I'm like
to
gonna
you.
take it with me, fix it, and bring it back to him.
Yeah, it's gonna take you. I'm gonna say it's gonna take you at least a day of doing little but working on that, and
Well, it's only a
everything.
minute casting. It's not gonna take me all day.
Right, but it's even though it's a cantrip, it's still gonna be like it's still gonna cost you energy. You're still gonna have to spend time on it. There's a lot of nicks and tears, and so, this was used before you scorched it and burned
I understand.
someone alive inside of it. You know what I mean? So we'll say if you want to make it look like and function as if it's brand new armor, I'm gonna say it's gonna take you a day.
All right, fair enough. I mean, a day's fine.
So he'll be confused and he'll be like, "Well, I mean, if it can be brand new, yeah, I'd be willing to pay 6 for it, sure."
All right, and then I'll be like,
Because even though it's not mine, I could still in theory sell it to someone. It might sit for a little bit. Yeah, I would offer you 6 if you can make it look like it's brand new. Absolutely. Well, make it function as if it's brand new.
all right, and I'll be like, all right, do you want to sign a paper for me or something? Because I'm gonna have to take it with me to get it fixed up. It's not gonna cost me anything. It's not gonna cost you anything. So it's gonna be a profit for both of us. I just want in writing.
He's got like standard promissory note things.
Okay.
That's pretty standard with all the guilds. They'll have something that is generic to the blacksmiths and generic to the alchemists and generic to all them. So he's got one of them. I'm sure you've probably come across them in your travel before. It's a very simple promissory note. It's already got his it's simple promisee and receiver signatures at the bottom. You guys can just real quick take care of that. Yeah, that's no problem.
And then I'll be like, I will be back here tomorrow night, and I will have it for you, and we can do our deal.
Sure. Yeah, that works for me.
Awesome. And I will extend my hand to him and be like, see you tomorrow night.
Absolutely. And he'll kind of like glance over at Shiro with like make eye contact you with like a questioning, like without saying it, but he's definitely saying, "You got anything for me?" That kind of glance at him.
Yeah, I approach him.
Anything for you? That kind of thing.
Yeah, I approach him and I need to have you craft something for me. And I pull out one of my shurikens and I show it to him.
Ooh.
I tell him, I'm from Karatur, far from the east, and this is basically my throwing star. So maybe do you think you can copy it?
Possibly. It may take me a little bit to actually figure out its construction. But I mean, I should be able to do it.
Well, where I'm from, it's just plain steel, so you don't have to worry about that.
Yes, but at the same time, it's not something I've crafted before. I need to know its, how much to put into it. How, I need to know how much iron and copper will make it the right mix. I need to know its balance its weight the right way. I might have to actually attempt to craft it 2 or 3 times before I get it to be equally as deadly and equally as crafted as this weapon.
Okay, well,
it's something I've never seen before. I'm very interested well, clearly you got it from home if you're from one of the far continents.
Well, I can leave this to you, see if you can copy it, and
that was going to be my next question is would you be willing to leave it here for me to
study on? Yeah, I still have a few here, but I'm running low, so
okay. Is there a listed shuriken? Because I skimmed through it. I didn't see one.
It's actually just darts. The stats for it is just darts.
Well, the stats are darts, yeah, but I'm guessing it's probably more expensive than fucking darts too.
I'd say probably 3 times
5
the price.
copper pieces. Yeah, I would think that it's gonna be at least like 1 or 2 silver worth of metal. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you can.
So they probably retail at like 2 silver. So if he's going to craft it with that, he'll probably charge you 3 for it.
3 silver.
Yeah, he'll probably charge you 3 per thing once he figures it out.
Yeah,
and he's not gonna. He wants to charge you for his time, but he's like interested in the challenge. If you can figure out how this works, maybe other people would be interested. So just the ability to be the only one in town who can make shurikens for a while is good enough for him to not charge you for his time in actually figuring it out. You know what I mean? And then he would be willing to sell it for 3 silver. He thinks that's about as much iron and steel as he'll need to make it.
I'll
Yeah,
lean
I can-
over to Jeff and be like, um, so maybe give us a little bit of a time frame. Maybe when I come back tomorrow night.
I will have a much better time frame when you come back tomorrow. Yes.
Awesome.
Okay.
I'm liking you more and more.
Because by then I'll probably have at least one attempt through. I only have 2 commission works, and they both should be done pretty early. So I'll be able to probably attempt one time at this and see how close I am by the time you guys come back tomorrow evening. So I'll have a better understanding of what I'm going. So I'm thinking probably just like 2 days, 2 or 3 days maybe, but that depends on if I get other work and that kind of thing. So
Awesome.
Right.
Well, appreciate the business.
yeah, absolutely. We'll see you gentlemen tomorrow.
All right, I'll jump on my horse and.
Yep.
Um.
All right, so Blac.
Yes.
I guess I need investigation from you. If he still is here somewhere.
I am.
I guess I would need an investigation from you.
Investigation? Okay.
Yes, investigation to find someone to find the quality of person that you come across first in selling your magic weapon.
Okay. Does there seem like a certain wandering adventurer that needs a nice new piece of weapon?
Possibly. I am double checking on magic item values and stuff. I don't know that off the top of my head. Okay. Because I think there's a thing in here somewhere about making stuff magic. I thought there was. Or chanting. Okay, so in the DMG it has that information. Okay. I thought it would be in the player's handbook. Totally not in the player's handbook. Okay. Carousing. Lengthy, expensive tasks. The story must have a formula disguised because of that. And must more of the character must meet a limited requirement. Crafting magic table item. Okay, for example, character create one magic missile. As long as character has spell slots and can cast, same character could make a +1 weapon. A particular spell, you can decide does it require more. For example, character might need an alchemist supplies to brew a potion, or the formula of the flame tongue might require that the weapon be forged with lava. Okay, so that gives me the gist of what I need. Let's go back to this screen, and you rolled a 21. Okay, so you get in contact with some of the more unsavory characters that you've come across in Neverwinter. Basically, thieves cant your way into some information of where people looking to sell magic weapons are.
Okay.
What the hell is longsword? Okay, so you're basically sent to one of the inns on the more divey side, and there are where you were directed to a small group of or a group of halflings, or not
Okay.
halflings. Why did I say halflings? Half elves that have recently moved into town that were looking for some cool stuff. That also contacted more of the unsavory. So you got in contact with someone that said, "Hey, if anybody's selling some magic shit, you should send them my way." So they're sending them your way.
Okay.
So you basically come up to the table, and you were given like a passcode and stuff, and then so there's three people of elven blood, and they're all they're well armed. You know what I mean? They look like they're military or could have been military in the past. Maybe they're mercenaries of some sort. All right. So they come up to the table, and you sit down, and the one in the center says, "Hi. So what you got for us?"
Now, I'm gonna look to them and see like which one's actually the leader. I want to know
The
like
one who
who's really
spoke
the big.
is probably the leader. He seems the most confident.
Okay, okay. Well, that depends. I actually have some valuable things. I
Alright.
want to know like what you're looking for. I heard you need some magic items. I think I got one for you if the
Alright.
price is right.
Alright. Let's see what you got. Whips out his
So,
pants.
I'm not going to take it out. I'm just going to describe what the weapon is and what it does. And be like, so how's that sound to you? Like I'm literally giving it just like I got a short sword with the double attack basic buff kind of deal.
So you basically tell him what it is.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm not going to take it out. I'm just going to tell him what it is.
Alright. Well, he's gonna say, is like, well, words mean nothing.
You know what? It also means nothing. No money.
I can't pay you for something that doesn't exist.
I want to see the money in the first place.
They'll kind
I
of
want
look
to
at
know
each
I'm not
other.
going to get hijacked.
They're gonna look at each other and be like, okay, either make something real or stop wasting our time. We're trying. We're legitimate. We're trying to be legitimate here in purchasing something that you clearly are trying to fence or you have no use for. We've never met you. We cannot take your word on the item that even exists in the first place. I'm sure as hell not going to hand you over coin for something that doesn't even that might not even exist. It may not even be magical in the first place.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. I'm not saying for you to just hand over the gold. Come on. I'm not. No. Come on. All I'm asking for is to see that you actually have it. That's all.
We can pay. That's none of that. That is of no concern. If we couldn't, we wouldn't be looking for it, would we?
Well, we're all. I mean, it's also kind of suspicious to be here at this bar now, isn't it?
If we were going to rob you, you'd be unconscious on the floor already.
Oh, big words. All right. All right. I don't want no trouble. So, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to reach in my back pocket. I'm going to take out the sword. I'm going to place it on the table. I'm going to I'm just going to unsheath it so they could get a look at it. I'm going to make sure that hold at angle so all of them can get a good look at it as I'm holding on to it.
Okay.
And then I'm going to close it once I know their eyes are interested.
How long was it out on the table?
Like, did I hold it up for?
Yeah.
About a good 15, 20 seconds.
Okay, let me see this here. I got so many books stacked on top of each other, and I got to flip between them. This is where the internet is more convenient, but I like paper. So, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J. Oh, here we go. That's not even the spell. I was in the wrong goddamn section anyway. Good job, Devin. You're the best.
You're
the best.
Okay, so yeah, that's
Devin.
fine. So he's just seeing it. All right. So the one to the right of you, when he was looking at it, his eyes were kind of glossed over. You would notice while he was looking at it. And when you pull it away, he kind of leans over and whispers something to the man that was talking before, and the guy kind of nods his head and says, "All right, you want me to offer, or are you asking a price?"
Damn it.
Are you here?
Hello?
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 Yep.
Hello, you there?
Hello?
Cliff, reconnect.
Hello?
Yep. Can hear you.
Cliff, you
Can you
might
hear
want
me?
to... There
Cliff.
it is. All right, what of that did you not hear?
Uh,
Cliff, you need to
You gotta-
reconnect. You're really metallic-y.
Yeah, you got to
I-
refresh.
Or I guess refresh for you people that don't have the app.
I have the app, but it crashes too often. It crashes way more often for me when I have it.
I usually don't
Because
have
I
an issue.
downloaded it and it was one of the things that ended up getting screwed up.
Why is he typing and not reconnecting?
I don't know.
There he
Yo,
Hello?
you with us?
Hey.
Hey.
Yeah. What do you need me to repeat?
Okay, sorry. I got to the point where he was interested, and then it kind of like blacked out.
All right. So you'll notice that while they were looking at it, the guy on the right of the three, his eyes were kind of glossed over while he was looking at the weapon. And then he leaned over to the man that was talking before and whispered something to him. And the guy nodded and then asked you, do you want us to offer you a price, or do you have something in mind already?
That was possible.
What?
I would be interested in a trade if that's possible. Something of equal value, something of something magical as well, if you by chance have it. Something to offer.
Well, what would you be interested in? We could probably find something if you really want to go
See,
through with that.
I need something to help me. I'm more of a type of person that has to fight with my fists, or at least with my bare hands. I was just wondering if you had something that allow me to enhance my power with that idea. I mean, I know a lot of people, they don't go for hand-to-hand combat. I understand that, but I just feel more comfortable about it. That's why I'm trading this sword. So if you have something of equal value, I'll be more than happy to then I'll be more than happy to trade with you, gentlemen, if that would be something you're interested in.
Well, the guy will kind of sit for a second and says, "Well, I don't know that I have anything like that. Bo here," and he kind of nods to the guy to your left, is a pretty decent brewmaster. He might be able to brew you some like strength boosting potions, enough that would be equivalent to a trade.
I'm just looking for something more long term, nothing that is only short term and temporary. You know what I mean? Like rechargeable, and I get used up and then it's done. You know what I mean? The
Yeah,
sword.
I understand what you mean. I unfortunately I don't have any. We don't have anything that would fit that specific of a description for you.
How about this? I'll make a deal.
That's
So
what we're here for. I should hope so.
how, how about I'll let you guys have this sword. In
Okay,
exchange,
and he goes to reach for it.
I pull it back. So hold on now,
Hey. Hey, can't blame me for trying. You said we could have it.
Yeah, I know. But I want to hold up something very valuable and collateral, and I'll give it back to you when you do manage to get something. Something I'll hold on to something of equal value to this blade. But I'll be more than happy to part with it back to you once you find something of more what I'm looking for. How does that sound to you, gentlemen?
Somebody roll me 100-sided, another percent, like 100-sider,
Somebody
percentile,
other.
whatever.
Okay.
71. Let's see, what's 71?
Blac,
Sounds
you're
like something
getting
that's like
so specific.
I need to increase my damage. I can't really do much damage when I'm fighting with claws, you know?
He goes, well, we were planning on selling this one because we don't really use this. So we're glad you brought a genuine weapon, because this one's not as something useful. I mean, if you find this to your liking, we could straight up trade for this, I suppose. It'll kind of reach in his pack and fumble around for a bit, and he pulls out like a cloth bag and pulls out a dagger, and he'll hand it over to you to inspect if you wish.
Sure, I'll inspect it.
And you're not magic-y, but you can tell kind of when you're like holding something in one hand and like holding something magic in one hand and non-magic in the other. The magic one's got like a little bit different feel to it, kind of like a tingle. Yeah, so this dagger has the same tingle that the longsword did, and it's definitely magic. And he will tell you that this dagger, when you're using it, when your opponents get how's he going to put it? We found when using it that when your opponents are striking at you, maybe I don't know how to word this without being. I don't know how to word it without like
giving it away.
Thing. When you have this item after you're attuned to it, opportunity attacks are at disadvantage against you.
Huh.
Opportunity attacks are at disadvantage. So he'll describe how he's able to react better to to those type of attacks when he's wielding this blade. But they don't get very much use out of it because none of them really like to fight with small weapons. They'd much prefer a short sword or a long sword to this measly dagger, even if it is magic.
Not sure the value of this is the same. Here, I'll do me a favor. Throw in 2 gold with this trade, and I'll be more than happy to hold on to this for you until you find what I'm looking for.
I think just trading for the weapons for a later trade is already scammy enough as it is. I don't think gold needs to be exchanged here. I don't think we need to exchange coin on top of any of this. We're already going to be actively searching for a very specific type of magic item to permanently keep the weapon that we're going to pseudo trade with you now. I'm not giving you coin on top of that.
Fine, I'll take it. I'll put this aside. I'll take it. Think this will work. But you know what? Let me get a name, and we could work out that I could be able to get a hold of you again. So, are you guys going to be here? Like, I didn't even know.
Well, at the moment, we're staying here until we find work, and then we'll be off whenever we find work. All
right. So, can I get your name so that if ever I run into you, or if I need to try to get a hold of you, maybe to do this trade, that'd be great.
Well, we call him Bo, so you could just ask for Bo.
Okay, Bo. That's what I'm going to call you. Got it. Okay, then I got this down, and I will see you gentlemen later. I'm going to get up. I'm going to hold the sword up so that way they exchange it as I reach my other hand out to grab the dagger, or to receive the dagger.
Yeah, they'll trade with you in a traditional, so that we can't steal shit from each other way,
All right, I'm going to take it, pocket it, and I'm going to head off on my merry way. And probably, if I can, pickpocket some rich people on my way to meet up with the guys at the coffee shop.
Fair enough. So that dagger is while you have to attune to it, same as the other one. Enemies roll their attacks of opportunity against you with disadvantage while you are wielding the dagger.
Just while I'm wielding it, right?
Yeah, while you have it in your hand, not in your possession, while you are physically holding it, Opportunity
Okay.
attacks against you are at disadvantage.
Okay. Sounds good.
So,
So do I run into any rich people to pickpocket on the way?
um, roll me a percentile and a sleight of hand.
That sounds like a horrible. That looks horrible. But that looks amazing.
So you're able to slip 8 silver and 9 gold from pouch on your way back.
I am okay with that.
Are you the other two? Are you guys going straight to the coffee shop, or what are you guys doing? Because Blac's under the impression that you guys are meeting back at the coffee shop, and I'm guessing you guys would have decided together where to meet after your stuff was done, and he'll probably be back later than you guys. Anyway,
I want to.
like I said, it's evening times, but you have pretty much free reign of the city of whatever you want to do. It's just pretty
On
much
the way
evening.
to the coffee shop, I would like to stop by an alchemist shop for like 5 minutes.
Okay. And are you hunting for anything specific? In the
I'm
alchemist
going to try and offload this Wolfbane and Nightshade and the 3 GP worth of alchemical agents.
Okay. Well, he'll pay you 3 for the alchemical agent stuff,
Okay.
and he'll offer you a gold piece for both the Nightshade and the Wolfsbane.
I will accept them and thank him.
Okay. So 4 gold out of that stuff. You want to do anything at the alchemist shop, Shiro?
Nope. Just
All
gonna
right.
watch the wizard do his thing.
All right.
And then we'll head to the coffee shop.
Okay. So you two will get there a little bit before Blac will. So you will go up and kind of knock or whatever, and what's his name? I can't remember his name. Will come and wave you inside. Ulfgar will come and
Ulfgar, sorry.
open the door and see you and go, oh, and he'll kind of like wave you inside as you come in, and he'll make have some coffee poured and give it to you guys and some water, and he'll say, well, what happened? Tell me of your adventure.
Good news, bad news, I guess.
I
Like,
found the body. He'll kind of look down and be like, "Hi, you found your body, didn't you?"
Well, Cash, you could.
well, first things first. We found her.
Okay.
She is intact.
Okay.
May or may not be alive.
I don't understand.
I'll be like, as well you shouldn't because, and I'll pull the flask out and I will set it on the table in front of me.
Holy shit, Amelia! That's definitely her. What did you find her like this? Did you put her in here? I don't. Why is she still in here? Get her out.
We
Come on.
found her that way. The substance inside is a sort of suspended animation or stasis liquid. It's keeping her. We don't know if it's keeping her alive or keeping her in the form that she's in. And without risking her life, we didn't want to do anything.
I don't have any other information to give you. I've never seen anything like this before.
We were hoping you might, as powerful as I am, this is a little beyond me. I was wondering if you had any idea of where I might be able to take it and have it further examined.
Know any other wizard friends adventuring time?
No, when she was with my group, she was the only magic user there.
Is this city known for any like mage guilds or any towers?
Well, there's certainly some guild members in town. Yeah, I mean, one of them may be able to help you.
Okay. If you could direct us that way, I could have more answers for you probably tomorrow.
trying to find out if this person. Okay, so he's not mage. Yeah, I mean, I don't know that any of the guild members would be available this time of night, but I could see about setting up a meeting in the next couple days. Absolutely.
Okay, well, we're
I could
stuck
send
here
those
until tomorrow night at the very latest anyways. Or earliest, I should say.
Aye. All right. Well, the least I could do for you bringing her back is cover your sleeping arrangements.
That would be
So
awesome.
I would be willing to compensate you for food for drink in bed while we're waiting for this meeting. That I'm okay with. I can't house you here. I only have so much space. You know what I mean? Unless you want to sleep on the floor, but that's probably not the best idea.
The feel of a nice, comfortable bed in an inn would be a lot better.
I would agree with that. And at this point, Blac, you come into the building now. So
Oh,
you are now here as well. 13.
Okay. I'm gonna be like, that would be awesome. Just let us know what inn we're gonna stay in. In the meantime, and I'm gonna grab the flask. I'm gonna hold on to this to keep it safe.
Probably for the best. Yeah, I would rather be in your capable hands than in my shop
Okay.
with an old
Can you hear me now?
retired adventurer.
Yes.
Yep.
Yes.
I can hear you now.
Okay. Anyways, I just walk in and be like, "Yeah, meow. How's it going, everybody?
I just waved to
Oh, look,
Black
you guys see me here.
and be like, hey, 13, we're
So,
getting
did you
rooms
tell
for the
about his
night.
chick in a bottle?
Yes, he knows.
Sweet.
We're getting rooms for the night.
Sweet. First
Hopefully
class
gonna.
rooms, right?
That depends on him. I mean, he's a coffee shop owner. I don't know if he's got a whole lot of coin to be giving us first class.
I can give you each 10 silver for your expenses. That should be able to get you room for the night and more than enough for food and beverages as well.
I appreciate it. So about your
So,
granddaughter.
Give you each 10 silver. He is going to avoid that topic like the plague.
Right, 10 silver. Great.
Well, he's gonna compensate you. That's what he's gonna compensate up to. He's not giving that to you now. He's going to afterwards. You guys are keep track of what you spent, and you can spend up to 10 silver worth of stuff. So that's a a nice. That's like a 1-bedroom or 1-room. You won't have to share a room kind of deal, kind of inn.
So I'm gonna get real solemn with him, and I'm gonna be like, now, we technically had an agreement. We find Amelia, we bring her back to you. We've done this.
Aye.
You said there would be some kind of compensation for doing that.
Aye, you've brought her back, and I'll compensate you for while we're waiting to find out what's going on with this.
I mean,
Whoa.
10 silver apiece is not compensation for risking our lives for this woman.
Or are you not risking your lives on Marigor's behalf? He sent you here, did he not?
Marigor sent us here. That's
Yeah.
about the end of Marigor, though. This came directly from you.
Marigor sent you here to assist me. I would think he's in charge of paying you. If you guys agreed on payment at all. I don't know. I'm not privy to that information.
Wait, did we just do this for free? Are you kidding me? Cliff's just gonna get up and just get a little pissed off about it. He just steps over to the door and just knocks on the wood a little bit on the wall, just God dang it! As he just walks back over, it's just really, man? Really?
I'm
You're
just
do
gonna
this
look
to
at
us?
13 and be like, all right, you know what? He's absolutely right. The bone to pick isn't with him. It's with Marigor. And we don't even know if Marigor's ever going to show his face again. So I'm gonna look to what's his name again?
Ulfgar.
Ulfgar. I'm gonna be like, all right, I'm gonna set this in stone right here, right now. If this leads any further, we wake her up and we have to go do something we're going to get paid via the jobs that we do because we have no guarantee Marigor is ever going to show back up. And
Oh,
we don't want to risk our
okay.
lives and not be compensated for it. I do appreciate the room for the night, but try to understand it from our perspective.
Oh, I do understand. I just had assumed that you had something set up with Marigor. I was under the impression that he sent you here specifically so I could give you the information for your quest.
And you did, and we did it, and we haven't heard anything from him now. Like,
Oh,
we're left with more questions because she is now in a bottle.
okay.
I
Well,
would
I mean,
whisper in Cash's ear, be like, so he did actually offer us rewards. Like, he did promise us information and things like that. That's our reward, I think. So we may not make any money off of this.
yeah. I mean, like, I don't know. I'm not. I have no idea why you guys are assisting. I've been looking for her, and just he gestures at the bottle on my own free. It's an old friend of mine that I just wish to know the fate of, and this is certainly not what I expected. Why our mutual friend sent you guys to assist, I don't know. Again, I had assumed that you had made some sort of contract or deal with him.
And we
Goddamn
made a
sorcerers.
deal, but again, like I said, if it goes any further, I need to know that other than doing this for you at this point, because I think we got off on a little bit of a wrong foot, but I think we're kind of cool now. Other
Well,
than
I appreciate you, apparently risking your lives. I mean, I don't know anything about the trek, but I appreciate you going into, a burning husk of an old sorcerer's tower to find her. I do appreciate that. I would be, if I mean, I'm okay with figuring out what's wrong with her on my own. I am content with that. If you are interested, or if you want to um, go that, I mean, you could talk me into it. I mean, again, I'm an old man. I just want to know what's up with her. I'm okay with taking her by myself to meet with one of the guild members and go from there. I don't know your stake in this game.
well, like I'm saying, future occasions that will require us to risk our lives. Going and talking to these guild members isn't risking our lives, so we will help you do that free of charge.
Well, I appreciate that.
But if it comes up to it where there's only a special potion deep in the heart of hell and we have to go find it to get her out of this
I
bottle,
see. If there's some sort of requirement to retrieve her with little harm that needs another mission,
we would like a
understood.
compensation. And I'm
Well,
not a
I
monetary
certain
person, so compensation can mean many different levels.
I understand. That is, that's pretty much along the lines of most troops. We were the same way when I was working, 40 years ago. We were the same way. Whatever equals what task we were taking under. If it requires more out and around searching, I certainly am in no condition to go do it, and I already have a rapport with you gentlemen. I would be more than willing to hire you for the assistance.
All right. And with that, I'd be like, I'm feeling super exhausted. I'd like to catch some Z's at some point, but you promised us rooms and
Uh,
food. I would love for you to come join us and maybe regale us with some of those tales that you have.
and he gives a very wide grin and he said, I would enjoy that very much.
So let us be off.
All right, and he will lock up, and you guys follow him, and he'll go over to the Silver Unicorn, which is the local inn pub.
Which means they're going to take all 10 of our silver for their unicorn.
Silver Unicorn, and he'll say that this is his old stomping grounds when he was a young man and was drinking all the time, and now he
When
just
I
is
was
here
a one
occasionally
more
for
time.
meals mostly, and he will absolutely regale with stories of him and Amelia and their comrades back in the good old days.
I'm gonna
So,
actually ask him I'm gonna ask him to describe his comrades for me, and if they somewhat were similar to the group that we discovered inside the tower.
No, they are not.
Okay.
They may share similarities just because adventuring parties, but they are not the same people.
Okay.
To be honest.
So as he's regaling us with these tales, I want to see if I can like glean any information about Amelia that might be useful later on.
Okay. Let's see what information I can give you of her. At the time, she was I mean, obviously, he's going to exaggerate her, but she was, as far as he knew, the most powerful wizard he had met. That wasn't an ancient owned tower. You have lone power wizards who have their own fortresses, and then you have the wandering wizards like her. And as far as he was concerned, she was the most powerful wizard he had come across and befriended in any that he had met personally in all of his years. And as far as he knows since then, he'll say that you certainly rival her power, having been able to go through there and do that. You're very similar, but he doesn't think you're as strong as Amelia was, and he can only imagine she got stronger before whatever happened to her.
I'll make a mention that once we free her, I would love to learn some more personally from her about her craft.
Say again?
Cash is going to want to learn more about her, like her spells and what she does and how strong she is from her personally.
He's not entirely sure because he's not a magician himself.
Yeah.
But he is an adventurer. He understands magic. And from your description, from what he's told you she was able to do, she was probably like a 6th or 7th level spellcaster.
Well,
Time.
I was referring to once we get her out of this situation, if we can. I want to sit down with her personally and be like, hey, and maybe learn something from her.
Well, his opinion of that would be obviously you would have to talk to her. He can't speak for her. He would think that with some pushing and prodding, she would be willing to talk magic theory with you. I mean,
I'll give her some prodding.
Pazinga. He thinks that she would be willing. He has no idea what's going to happen or what she's going to be like coming out of that. But if she's anything like she was, her fiery and tempestuousness can be heated down a little bit, and you certainly be able to talk magic theory. Absolutely.
Cool. I'm assuming these tales take some time, so by the time he
you guys are sharing stories and whatever, maybe some are true, some are not,
pockets
kind of thing.
Towards maybe like the latter second or third hour, I'm gonna be like, all right, I'm getting exhausted. I love the tales. I'm gonna go ahead and go upstairs and call it a night.
All right, and he will bid you all adieu.
And then I'll be like, is my 10 silver gonna be fine for the compensation?
Absolutely, yeah.
Okay.
I will cover up to 10 silver of your tab, and what's left in the morning, they'll let you know.
Okay, sounds good. Have a good night.
You as well. And are the other two going to retire as well, or do something else?
Besides steal.
Yeah, well, I mean, at the 2 hours that we were talking, I probably was like stepping away for a moment to talk to some people, then I pickpocket them as they weren't looking, and then just walk back. Just that kind of deal.
There you go. That's what you got. So,
kind of what I do. So, yep. And then after that, I'm just gonna go back to my room and just gonna rest up.
All right. So yeah, none of you are going to spend more than your 10 silver allotment, for lack of a better term. So you guys will all have fairly restful sleep. Little bit of agony for cash it in, but nothing as bad as last night. Little, you get some like visions of fire and shit, but other than that, it's pretty normal night's rest.
Devin.
Yes.
Do you know what, like right off the top of your hand, what the process is behind scrying spells into your book?
Like adding spells to your spell book?
Yes.
You can, as far as I know, you can copy spells that you don't have during a long rest, I think.
Okay. If you don't know off the top of your head, we'll worry about it
I
later.
don't know the length of it, but I'm sure during a long rest you would be able to do at least one.
Okay.
So you're talking like adding shocking grasp? Is that what you mean? I'm sure there's a thing for that somewhere.
There is. I just don't know where it's at.
Copying a spell into a book. When you find a wizard spell of first level or higher, you can add it to your spell book if it is a level of which you have a spell slots, and you can spare the time to decipher and copy. Copying a spell into your spellbook involves reproducing the basic form, then deciphering the unique system of notation used by the wizard who wrote it. You must practice the spell until you understand the sounds or gestures required, and then transcribe it into your book using your own notation. For each level of the spell, a process takes 2 hours and costs 50 gold pieces. The cost represents material components you expend as you experiment with the spell to master it, as well as the fine ink you need to record it. Once you have spent this time and money, you can prepare the spell just like your other spells.
Okay. I don't have a spell slot for it, so it doesn't matter.
Wait, what?
I can only have 7 first level spells, and I have 7, so.
No. If it is of a level of which you have spell slots.
Oh,
so
if I have them. Okay.
Right. So you're a fifth level wizard, so you're a third level spellcaster. So if it was a 4th level spell, you couldn't copy it into your book because you don't have 4th level spells yet.
So I would have to spend 50 GP for a spell I might not even use. Ugh.
Right. So you can't copy cantrips, and you have to be able to cast the spell. You have to be high enough level to actually use the spell in order to add it to your book.
All right. We can continue on then.
Right.
Thank you.
So at night you wake up, you go down, you get breakfast with your meal, and what do you do from there?
I have a little more shopping.
You guys have basically all day. Because he said that he will send a word out, and when he gets word back from the guild, he will basically contact you. Ulfgar said that. Once he knows when the meeting is, he'll let you know. So the only thing you guys have scheduled is later in the evening, going to meet with the blacksmith. So you guys have free reign to do whatever you want to do for this day. So.
Well, I'm gonna look to the others and be like, did we ever want to try and figure out what's with that green fiery spirit in the glass, or are we just going to ignore that?
Once we find somebody that can give us more information about her stasis, they should have more information about this.
It can probably help us with this wizard and bottle thingy.
However, since we are all together, I still have that treasure from the stone chest we need to split up amongst each other.
Yeah, and I still need to sell this jewelry box. It seems nice, but it's like...
Yeah, I have a few things I need to get rid of as well, so...
Okay. Yeah. So why don't you guys that are going to go shopping, figure out, separate in your lists or whatever the stuff that you want to sell, and the stuff that you want to purchase, and just make a list of that stuff, and then we can, if you want to role play the haggling, you can. If not, you'll get purchasers selling for it, you know what I mean? So most things when you're selling it, you'll sell at half, you know what I mean? As a general rule, undamaged weapons, armor, and equipment fetch half their cost when sold at market. So unless you want to role play bartering, you'll get basically half as much as it's worth when you sell all this stuff. There's also it's pretty simple for coin exchange. So if you want to exchange your copper pieces for silver pieces or whatever, there's plenty of places that you can just have even exchange.
Okay, remind me what the exchange rate is again.
It's 10. 10 copper is a silver, 10 silver is a gold.
Okay.
And then I think it's 5 gold. Or no, yeah, it's 10 copper is a silver, 10 silver is a gold, 5 silver is an electrum. If you want electrum pieces, electrum is half a gold piece. And then I think platinum is 100 gold.
So not. Never mind. That's cool. That'll work. I am going to.
Oh, it's 10. I'm sorry. It's a 10 system. 10 copper in a silver piece, 10 silver in a gold piece, 10 gold in a platinum piece. And electrum is half a gold piece.
Alright. I did copy the scroll to my book.
Okay, yeah, just make sure you take your gold out for that.
Yeah, I did.
All right. So I want to sell the silver dagger, the jewel box I found, a copper-plated goblin skull, and the obsidian gem.
Okay, so you want to haggle over those things
Yep.
and just sell the gem straight up.
Yep. I want to go
Alright.
to the respective places. So blacksmith, I would probably
Okay.
sell the dagger and a dagger too, and maybe even a copper-plated skull. Then the alchemy place, whatever, the jewel box, and then some gem store. I could haggle over the obsidian gem.
Okay. If you want to haggle, we can do that while everybody else is figuring it out.
Okay.
So which one? You should save. Might as well save the silver dagger for later because they're already planning going to the armorer blacksmith later in the day. So if you want to go
Alright,
with
that's fine.
them
We'll
and
put
just
that
sell it
aside.
to Jeff,
Fine, I'll put that aside.
they're going to vouch for Jeff. So
Did you say that
Alright.
owlbear stuff was alchemical agents?
essentially they can be. I mean, they can be decoration too, but you can use them in alchemy. They're not super rare and they're not super useful.
So I need to
Well,
figure out.
I take that back. They're relatively rare, but they're not useful.
So I need to figure out who's
that's
gonna
why they're not.
pay me more.
All right. So do you want to do the box first? I guess.
Let's
So,
haggle over this box.
So you'll get an offer of a gold piece for it.
I'm gonna ask for 5 gold, and I say that it had some magic properties that is probably even residue of that magic still residing within it.
Which I understand, but I mean I can't buy it from you at what I would retail it at. You know what I mean? I got to make money here somewhere. So
Well, why don't you just ask for a little bit more then? Just like ask for an extra gold, and then just offer, like, try to sell it for 6, and you could buy it from me for 5.
well, here's what's gonna happen. I'm gonna set it up. I'm gonna Pawn Stars the shit out of you. I'm gonna try to sell it for 6. They're gonna offer me 3. I'm gonna come back at 5, and we're gonna settle on 4. So I'm not gonna pay more than 2 for it.
Well, here's the deal. I'm gonna not walk away without 5 gold, because you could sell it for 7, knowing that they're gonna try to downsize the price, and you can get it down to at least 4. You break even at the worst case scenario, but you could actually pro out of it with like 5 gold and maybe 6 and like a few or a few silver and copper. And which, guess what? You'll still be making a profit.
So why don't you roll me persuasion?
Persuasion.
Why don't you roll me a bullshit check?
There's your DC.
Jesus.
Your bullshit is not good bullshit.
No, it's
And
not.
they'll be like, look, I understand, but it's not worth 7 gold. That's what I'm telling you.
I know it's not worth 7 gold. That's the point of they haggle you. And you get the price down, which is fine. You know that you'll break even at, if say you gave it for me for how about 4?
I'm not in the business of breaking even. I'm in the business of making money.
I know, and that's
It's
fine.
really
How about
nice.
the-
I like it, but I certainly don't need it. If you,
Well, I don't necessarily need it either. None of us necessarily need this. However, I know you could sell it. and you could be able to make a
I'm
profit of it,
sure
and
I
that's
can sell
fine.
it.
And
That's the
you know
only
what?
reason I'm interested is it won't be on the shelf for very long.
I mean, yeah, that's exactly the point. It's not going to be on the shelf for very long. People are going to want it. Guess what? Because you're
Yeah.
going to advertise it. Because you're a very smart, charismatic person. I can see that about you. So I know you're going to be able to sell this. That you could be able to offer it for 7, and I guarantee you're going to be able to make at least 6 or 5 for this. That
Bullshit alarm.
All right.
Bullshit alarm.
Hobgoblins show up and attack you all. Be like, I understand the point you're making. I'm telling you that I know my business. I'm gonna offer you 3, take it or leave it.
Take it.
3 and 50 silver, or 5
That's
silver.
50
Sorry.
silver.
let's
I
say
know, take that back. 5 silver. I'm taking that back. 5 silver. I'm thinking like dollars. Sorry.
Yeah, I know what you mean. I'm
Jesus,
roll-
I know.
3 gold and 50 silver pieces. I'm not paying you 8 gold, asshole.
Hey, I don't
All
know
right,
if he
so
can.
he will. He's willing to settle at 3.5, but he's gonna pay it in all copper.
typical Devin move.
Because he thinks you're an asshole.
Well, I am an asshole. It's okay. How much is that then? That's
that's
350.
That's 330. Yeah, 350 copper pieces.
Yeah, it's
Sure, me.
hilarious.
It's like, to be fair, I needed to shove off some of this copper anyway. So
Well, at least throw in an extra 10 copper if that was the case. Jesus.
you get to keep the box it's in. So there's your extra 10.
Take it.
All right,
Damn
shake
it.
hands and he'll take it from you.
I feel like
Enjoy your
I got
300
screwed on this deal.
pieces. It's like paying your fines in pennies.
I feel like I'm gonna sit by a well now and just like flick these coppers into the well, making wishes. Hopefully something will come true. All right, and so I used up. So there goes the jewelry box. I don't have that. I'm trying to think now where I could sell this copper-plated goblin skull at now.
You're not. Yeah, I mean, you come up with something clever. Anybody else? What's everybody else selling? That took a while.
Can I use investigation to figure out whether decoration will sell more or alchemical agent will sell more?
Alchemical agent will probably sell more consistently.
So I'm going to visit the alchemy shop again. I will offer up the owlbear beaks and claws.
How many do you have?
I have 2 beaks and 15 claws.
1, 5, 15. Wow.
Yes. And I'll tell them depending on the price, I will toss in a gem as a sweetener.
What is the gem?
It's a sweetener, it doesn't matter.
I would like to know that it's not a cursed item of some sort.
Oh no,
sir.
no. It's purely just a gem that you mine out of a rock. It's nothing crazy.
Right, and I'm so willing to take your word for it.
I'm offering you up like these claws and beaks that I'm showing in front of you, and I'm offering something on top that you don't even have to pay for. And you're
Just tell me what kind of gem it is, because some of them I have no use for.
well, if you have no use for it, then what are you going to give me for the claws and beaks? I don't need your shenanigans.
Wow, temper. I'll give you 15 for the lot.
15. Gold, silver, copper.
Gold.
Okay. I'm super naive when it comes to alchemical stuff, so I'm just gonna accept it and thank them.
All right, he'll pay you. Yeah, I have no idea what that shit's worth, but that's probably way more than I should have paid for it. But whatever. Blac and I just haggled for like 10 minutes over 3 pieces of gold, and you just got 15.
I would like to sell the scroll of mage armor, but I don't know exactly how to go about doing that. Because I'm already
You-
looking for like wizards. So, are there somebody
Right.
that's dealing with magical stuff that's not a wizard?
Um, anyone who's going to be dealing in magic items is going to have some level of knowledge. If they're not registered with the Mages Guild, it's going to be a freelance adventurer or slash mercenary, like who Blac was selling his stuff to.
Okay.
So, I mean, you could ask Blac to try to find someone if you want. You wouldn't really know anything about contacting people who were looking to buy quote unquote underground
Would I
magic
have
items.
to sell it underground? I mean, I didn't obtain it illegally.
Well, here's the thing: the assumed process with that is, if it's magic, it should be going through the guild, though that is not openly enforced.
Is there a
If you're
mage guild in town?
there's a couple different ones, yeah.
Would I be able to join said guild? And maybe my buy-in is this scroll.
That is possible.
I would like to attempt my day at seeing if I can join the guild.
Okay, that might be something we're better off doing between adventures, because
That's perfectly fine.
Yeah, or just you and I meeting at some other point to do.
That is perfectly fine.
That is totally something you can do. That is absolutely something we can count as what you did today. But I think taking up their time doing that may be not a good use of our time.
I completely agree.
So,
So I'm not going to do anything else today. That's
if
my
that's what
focus.
you're going to be doing. Okay, so you're going to basically do that until you have to go to the blacksmith.
Yes.
All right. Shiro, is there anything you're doing specifically today or would like to do today?
We don't have anything to sell, so I'm waiting until we get back to the blacksmith.
Okay, so you're just kind of hanging out, meditating, doing your exercises, that kind of thing.
Sure, you added what I put up there, right?
Yep.
Okay.
All right. All right, Blac. So we're back to spending our time haggling with you.
There he is.
We should just call this episode. We call this episode 13 Exchange.
What's up? Sorry, I'm back.
We're back to haggling with you since everybody
You
else
guys
has
are
decided
not
what they're doing for the day. So
Oh. Okay, well, damn. All right, well, I'm going to go over to, you know what?
Oh, sorry, guys. Looks like I need.
I am going to a tavern, or like a tavern.
okay.
And you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go up in there. I'm going to see an empty stage. And I'm going to start trying to grab everyone's attention. Come here! Come here! Let me tell you a story. And I'm going to talk about...
That's
about-
all right, Shiro. I was thinking about kind of clipping it off after the day's events anyway. So,
But I'm going to just try to
if
get
you got a
everyone's
piece
attention.
out, if you got a piece out, you go right ahead. We'll see you next week, buddy.
I'm just going to talk about...
that text that I got was from work, so yeah, it looks like I need to go to work early tomorrow.
Okay. Yeah, absolutely. You have a good night. We'll talk to you. We'll talk to you next week. If you think of anything else specifically you want to do, just PM me about it.
Right. All right.
All right.
See you
Have a
next
good
week.
night, buddy.
You too, guys.
I'm just going to go up on stage. And I'm going to just like try to grab the attention of the crowd.
Of like the
Yeah.
4 people that are in the bar, right?
And I'm going to start talking about a
that-
story. I'm going to
you
try
know,
and get riveting. And I'm
at
going to try
10 o'clock in the morning.
them really interested as I start to tell them about a story about a man getting captured by having his family killed, and then captured by goblins, and being a prisoner by goblins, and how he slowly rose up to gain respect from the goblins, and then eventually he himself killed all the goblins one night in a glorious battle, and then walked away with the leader's skull encased in copper. As I hold up the copper skull,
I think it sounds far-fetched.
Give me a performance roll. See how many people actually are interested. 15. That's pretty good. Yeah, I mean, everybody in the bar is listening to you, and as you end your tale, you'll get a smattering of applause. Yeah, cool. Very very good story. Awesome. Very cool. You got the prop to match. Right on, man. We don't get enough bards in this side of town.
Oh, shit. Damn it. I was like, yeah, it was pretty amazing story, right? Look at
Yeah,
that.
absolutely. Yeah, have a couple drinks on the house for your story. We appreciate that.
Is that the innkeeper?
Yeah, the bar, whoever's behind the bar, be like, yeah, we'll get you a couple drinks on the house for that. Thank you.
Oh, great.
Appreciate your story.
Great. Could you just bring that over? Like,
Uh,
I'm kind of tired. My legs are killing me, you know?
yeah, absolutely, sure. And the bartender will pour you some sort of ale and bring it over and hand it to you and head back.
As he hands it to me, I want to pat him on. I want to like pat him on the shoulder. It's like, hey, thanks, man. Thank you so much. As I'm patting him on the side, I want to stealthily try to pick his coin bag.
Absolutely. That he probably doesn't actually have on him. Oh, my screen's all
Well,
blood.
you want me to roll stealth or just sleight of hand?
Sleight of hand.
I'm trying to do it stealthily. That's why. 21.
That's what sleight of hand is. um, is doing it deftly. There wasn't a coin purse on him, but you were able to lift probably his personal protection dagger. That he had like in his on his back belt or whatever. So you were able to lift the dagger from him, but he didn't have it. He didn't you didn't feel a coin purse on him. He's at work, so.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna taking like a nice chug of it and everything like that. Just like, that was it was a great story. Well, I just wanted to come by, try to show off this copper skull I worked so hard to earn. See if somebody would be interested. Well.
So as you're talking, there's like two people that'll get up to leave, and they'll each like drop coins in your like 3/4 finished beer on their way out the door.
I will take the coin.
And you'll kind of look down, and there's like 3 copper pieces in your beer now.
Chug it, chug it, chug it.
They'll be
Alright,
like,
so
oh, he didn't have a hat, so.
Well, I take the copper pieces, and I'm just gonna go. Oh, well, that was great. And I looked at a keeper.
No,
Like,
most boards have a hat or something on the stage for tips, so that was all you had. I guess they just assumed.
yeah, well, this hat right here is a little too good to put on the ground. It's let's say it's a
The
good
hell
luck
are you
charm.
talking about? Does your disguise have a hat with it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'd imagine it's a hat. Yeah.
You
So,
could have nothing on your head, I would think.
oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah, I imagine there was a hat that was kind of the exact same hat. You know what I mean?
Right.
So,
Okay.
anyways, so I'm just gonna like hit the coin pieces out. I'm just like, I don't think I could drink this now, but thank you so much for the free drink.
Absolutely.
You're such a great guy. I'm gonna offer it back to him for him to take it, and when he does, I'm gonna actually be on my way out the door. Since considering I didn't really get that much out of this,
Right.
so yeah.
You got
Okay.
a dagger and 3 copper, so.
Yeah, a dagger's like a gold piece.
It's
Actually,
not
it's
like
it's a retail at 2 gold pieces.
I mean, technic and the 3 copper is kind of like I think I got enough copper right now, so.
I mean,
I
if you're
literally think
really trying to get rid of that mask, you probably could go to, like, a mysterious, like, not a mystery shop or something. Somebody that sells, like, weird antiquities or something.
Yeah, I don't want to give ideas and stuff, but if a theater might love to have a skull of a different color. That might be very interesting to them.
Is there anyone performing? Is there any performers?
Neverwinter's a huge city. There's bound to be some sort of small community theater or a couple traveling groups in at any given time. It's not like a festival part time a year, so you're not going to have the city square open. But yeah, there if you ask around, you'll absolutely be directed to some sort of performance center or traveling group that's in town. Whichever one you prefer. Those certainly exist.
See, the problem is, I don't want to seem like a guy trying to just get rid of something. I want to be the guy who has something other people want. So I have to make people want this copper-plated like goblin skull. That's the difference.
Nobody is gonna want a copper-plated goblin skull.
Hold on now. There's always somebody gonna want something. It's just a matter of being the right person, being there at the right time.
So the gold or the copper thing, your probably most obvious thing is bringing it to someone who would be willing to like melt down the copper into its purest form. You know what I mean? And sell the pure copper or turn the pure copper into something. That's probably the first thing you think of.
I guess I'll go to that one guy that blacksmith those guys are talking about. Dang, man. All right, well, I'm just going to put
the theater, you know what I mean? That was why I suggested that, because that item might be unique to them. I don't know.
All right, well, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to be holding on to it. Like, I'm going to have it strapped onto my shoulder, be like a shoulder mount or something like that to look cool. And then I'm just going to walk around and see if somebody else is like, it catches their eye. Maybe they want to, do you want to know where I got it from?
Maybe they want to mount it.
So, roll me performance.
On how I strut it?
On how well you're able to strut it.
Not very well.
Decently well.
That's literally the average. I rolled a 10, and that's like a +5 to that.
So you'll get people that kind of look and you definitely see that people notice it. I mean, not a great amount of people, but you don't really get hardly any people asking about it. If you go back into an inn somewhere, you might get an inquiry or two about why you have it, but most people are just gonna kind of look at it and look at you and go, that's different, and walk past you.
Okay, well, I'm just going to
what a
hang
strange
out.
person.
I'm just gonna walk around and probably pick some more pockets then.
All right, so you're just gonna pickpocket
until I have to regroup up with the guys.
All right. When I'm leaned back in my chair, and as soon as I sit back up, I'll figure out how much gold you got.
As long as it's not copper, for the love of God. Is there a bank, by the way? Like I could exchange these copper for gold?
Oh yeah, there's all kinds of places you can do that.
I want to find one of those because I don't want to be carrying around freaking copper.
Oh, yeah, there's all kinds of exchange places that will like for like a 5%.
5%?
Yeah,
fucking
for like
assholes.
Yes. They'll be willing to trade you.
I'm just gonna start buying things in copper pieces from now on. Anyways, I think I'm done with my shopping. I'm pretty much good.
Okay. So now would be a great time to cease and desist. Well, no, because Shiro needs to mess with the blacksmith, so we could start at the blacksmith next week.
All right, well, that's why don't we go ahead and end off for the night. Oh, Jesus.
What was that for?
Your copper.
Oh.
Copper, silver, gold. From your
God damn it.
That's
damn it.
Hilarious.
Great.
Why so much more copper? No more copper, please.
All right, so I think, I agree. I think that's a good place to stop. It's a little bit after midnight here, so.
Okay.
I'm glad we were able to have like a full-on session this week, guys.